There we go. Yeah.
What's good, my guy?
What's going on,
can
man?
You hear me?
Hell yeah, we can hear you, buddy. What's up?
Not much, man.
How you feeling back there on the couch listening to Johnny talk his shit?
You guys talk about some weird shit.
Yeah, we do. That's what's up.
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 130 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
And on the other end is jonniKuest, because we are
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
check it out. And check it out good, homie.
Yo, by the way, I don't know if we've talked about it yet, but that our homie Frankie Quinones does the intro, ill-ass show on Hulu. This fool. I don't know if y'all have caught any episodes of that shit yet, but
man, I want to. I keep
oh
forgetting
my
Just the
God,
trailers, just
that
the
shit is
trailers
so
and shit.
Fucking hilarious. I can't stop laughing. I think I might have one episode left, or I might have finished the season. But yo,
Damn.
that shit was dumb funny. I could just be like completely exacerbated with lethargy and have absolutely no normal cognitive strength left. But I thought it was fucking hilarious. Great show. So if y'all haven't checked that shit out yet, I know this is.
I definitely want to. It's on my
recommend
list.
shit, but this fool is fucking funny.
That's
It's
what
on my
Johnny's
list,
fucking
man.
with.
Just keep
That's what
forgetting.
he's fucking with this fool.
Yeah, I'll do that early. It's my fucking work. I'm fucking with this fool.
I can't. I have to write down the shows that I haven't been able to catch up on. Because every time I have some free time and I sit there and I'm just like trying to scroll through stuff, I'm like, what the hell
What am I
trying to watch
Yeah.
right now?
It's an FX show, so it's like one of those FX on Hulu. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like a tight 24 minutes.
So it
Because
really
they make the breaks for the commercial breaks and shit.
it aired on FX like a normal.
I think that's what it is. I could be wrong.
Okay, I
It
thought
might
it
be
was just a
straight Hulu show.
Yeah, I thought it was just a straight Hulu show.
But I think it's an FX on Hulu.
I believe it is an FX. I
Okay.
thought I saw that it was an FX show.
Good for,
and
good for Frankie.
Which means more
FX,
money for
yeah.
him, right?
Yeah,
I like FX.
I love FX, dude. That's one of the only stations that is almost always keeping it real. FX really holds it down, regardless of the genre.
Last
like,
few bastions.
yeah, that's like they're like I feel like a bridge between like cable and like premium HBO type shit. Like they walk that
Them
middle
and
ground.
AMC.
Dude.
AMC
Yeah,
walks that
AMC
ground too.
definitely does walk that ground. Yeah, any of the shows that can say fuck sometimes, I feel like they're walking that middle ground, and I fuck with it.
Word.
No, yeah. I mean, look at the shows that I can think of right off the top of my head are what, Dave, ATL, Atlanta, What We Do in the
What we
Shadows.
do in the shadows definitely pushes those boundaries.
Yeah,
That's-
one of my favorites, Snowfall. There's a bunch
Snowfall,
of shows. Yeah, they're all.
they've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, that's not new shit. Since Always Sunny,
First
probably
FX
before
show
that.
I remember watching is Nip Tuck.
I've heard good things.
Yeah,
never,
I did
never
watch
saw
Nip
that.
Tuck, and then I think for like
Back in
Sons
the
of
day.
Sons of Anarchy was
Sons
like
of Anarchy.
Ooh, yeah.
followed
Sons of
that up
Anarchy,
real
yeah.
close, and
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like Sons of
Absolutely.
Anarchy really put it on the map for myself and a lot of people that took it more
that was my
seriously
show,
as
bro.
a
That
as
was
a
my show.
TV show channel. Like
Yo.
that was worth fucking with.
Yo,
Word.
did you get choked up for Opie?
Of course,
We all
yeah,
did.
bro. Nobody
Word.
nobody wanted to see.
I remember watching that on my break at work.
that. Oof,
Yeah, I know.
that's tough.
I
On
felt
a
like-
15.
I felt like, or maybe it was lunch.
I
but-
hope it was at least lunch so you could just breathe for a second after that shit.
Well, no, I
Tight
think it was
15.
something like the first 15 minutes I saw my first break, and then I picked it up the next break. Like
Oh man.
I had to watch
Yeah.
it. And then I remember coming back to work like feeling like one of my best friends just died.
Yeah. Imagine you watch Johnny get fucked up in the GR and you can't do shit. You're like, oh shit, Johnny.
I can't even tell you who would be fucking Johnny up in the GR, man.
Nobody.
Nobody. Johnny, I believe in you, bro.
You got this.
You got that. You got that easy by a lot.
Yeah, nobody. You're gonna fucking anybody up. They're all pussies.
All right, so let's start off with some. I don't even know where these things are anymore.
Boom, boom.
Okay. If you could get access to one person's phone and look at all their shit, who would it be?
Ooh.
One person's phone.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
first.
please.
You know, mine got to be someone that's on some freaky shit.
Yeah.
I want to take a look through Vicky Aisha's phone.
Vicky Aisha's phone, because like even just you just hop into her pictures. You don't got to go into the text. Her shit's just loaded.
She posts up like some risque stuff online.
So you know what that means.
On IG. So you know that there's some X-rated shit in there.
And she's got OnlyFans too. So you know we're just seeing the top layer, the epidermis of the thoughtness. Mm-hmm. Just right on the.
Gotta see who the fuck this.
On
this
the
is
cusp.
Pog, bet you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Australian too. So throw a little Australian accent in there. So I thought the same thing. I thought, it's the similar lines. I was like, oh, you could easily go into some, chick's phone and look at her new.
Sure.
But what I was thinking was, if we could get on this motherfucker Kevin Feige's phone, the group threads, the chats, the emails that he's got to have in there, they got to lay out the next fucking 3 phases of the MCU, dog. Like, I can find booties anywhere on the internet. So I'm like, that's all over the motherfucker.
When I thought about that was one of the things.
But to get into Feige's phone or some high level MCU motherfucker like that.
Where your head's at.
Son. And I'm leaking all that shit on the pod. We're blowing up with exclusives in this bitch. So that was where, because I same thing. I'm like, oh shit, booties, titties, let's get them. But I was like, no, Dave, you can do better than that. You're better than this.
We can, he'll change some things as we keep being more and more accurate. They'll change some things, but you can't change it all.
No.
Nope.
Got it. Screenshots. I'm fucking emailing them myself. They're getting posted from the IC page. Just turn them into a reel too. So like it's scrolling through them in a reel. Oh shit.
Oh nah, you can't do that. You can't just put it all out there. Nah,
we're doing that.
We got to create content. Just throwing up.
Yo, you have this
crazy
whole motherfucker's phone. We'll have his
crazy ass headlines,
Feige nudes,
rumors.
Nudes. You have some dick in there too. It's just a little bit for everybody. There we go.
What?
Pause, Johnny. Pause. Pause.
I need I need a pause button for sure. We say it too much.
For real.
I thought we had. We don't have a pause button.
We don't. I have the long-winded.
That nigga
Yeah, that's mad long-winded.
It's too catchy though. I feel it when it comes on. I'm like, okay, here we go.
That's why I have it. I love when I watch the videos of that shit. All right, Johnny, you have anybody?
I mean, I can't think of a specific person, but you know me, I'm always on my money shit. So I would.
Oh yeah. See, y'all were both way smarter than me.
Some stock tips. He's trying to get on that financial gain,
dude, or some CEO for some insider trading.
Oh, okay.
That's probably where my head would be at. Probably some hedge fund guy looking at all his next moves. That's what
allegedly.
Allegedly.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't really do that. This is all hypothetical.
But Ricky and Devo?
How to do this?
Yeah, this is all hypothetical.
But Ricky,
we don't know. Ricky's wild.
That motherfucker wild.
Mm-hmm. Heard he ain't paid taxes since 2006.
I heard Ricky bought a Tesla and he's running a podcast.
Oh shit! That'd be crazy funny if everything was in Ricky's name.
That's neither here nor there. Oh shit! Johnny been playing us the whole time.
He Kaiser Soze does. He's about to be out.
Soze.
Who is JonniKuest?
Who is Johnny?
He's the
Quest?
opposite though. He's been fine this whole time, and he's gonna walk away with a limp.
With a limp, he starts limping, and then he just like he gets in a car, and that's
Like,
the
bro,
end
you
of
did it
shit.
the opposite way. Why are you doing
Oh
that?
man, he really got us good. How did he fake the not having a limp all that time? He's really got a. Why didn't he just walk like that all the time? Okay.
Opposite
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you should really watch The Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're lost on that, if you're too lost on that, you're too young, bro.
It's Kevin Spacey when it was okay to watch Kevin Spacey.
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
We can't cancel those movies. There's certain
No,
movies
not
we
at all.
can, but Usual Suspects
Cancel
not.
American Beauty. You can't cancel Usual Suspects.
You know what? I liked American Beauty, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
let
that.
American Beauty slide too. anything before House of Cards, good to go. But that's when the shit really hit the fan after House of Cards. So that's my line.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're ready for the second question.
Let's go.
Who is the ugliest celebrity that you would date?
That's it.
And this doesn't account for whether they would date us or not. That's irrelevant. It's the ugliest celebrity that you would date.
Ugliest celebrity that I would date. I'm trying to think of
Jeez.
Yeah.
ugly celebrities.
Ugly celebrities.
I'm trying to think of one.
How about
I usually forget all of them.
oh, he forgets the uglies.
I could just ignore them.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
awful. Awful. Ugly
Just
celebrities.
trying to go through
It's like I'm trying
top 20 ugly celebrities.
How about Sarah Jessica Parker? Do you think Sarah
Ooh,
Jessica
yeah.
Parker's?
I think
I definitely.
I don't know if I would call her ugly though.
She's not hot.
I mean,
she's not as hot as they make
yeah.
her out to be. I think what makes her hot is her
clothes
demeanor, just
and
the way she
fancy
carries
clothes.
herself.
Yeah, no, she's like a bad bitch in Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Rosie
What do we got?
O'Donnell. That's fucked up. I just seen her in a show. Oh, she's in that League of Their Own.
League of Their
reboot.
Own, yeah.
League of Their
But I
Own
think she's-
reboot.
I don't know if she's playing a trans character or she's already gone trans. Because she's just dressed as a dude in the show. But I hope she's not stealing an acting spot from a real trans.
Oh, that's what
character.
I was literally just about to say. That's fucked up if she is. She
They gave
better be trans.
They gave
Better get
her
at her.
number 3 on this list.
What's that list? Who we got?
Oh man, we have Whoopi Goldberg's number
Ooh,
1.
Whoopi? Mm-mm.
Wow.
Sorry, can't do Whoopi.
Heather Matarazzo is number 2.
Mm.
I didn't know that was her name, but that was
I know that face. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, she's not terrible.
No,
That's
she's not.
for
She'd still
ugly
get it.
celebrities. Yeah, she can get
Yeah,
it.
like Tori Spelling, Kathy Bates,
Tori Spelling
Kathy
could get
Griffin.
it. Kathy Griffin? I don't know. Maggie Gyllenhaal? How is Maggie? That's my answer. Then I pick Maggie Gyllenhaal. Then that's my
Nah.
She has the
Nicki
sad puppy dog.
Minaj. Nicki
Yeah, that's
Minaj
crazy.
is on there.
Yeah, that's wild. Maggie Gyllenhaal, though, that was definitely like I was quite upset when she replaced who was it? Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah, she
in the
replaced
Dark Knight series. No, Rachel McAdams.
No.
Who was
She
it?
replaced what was the girl married from Dawson's Creek?
Yeah, it was Tom Cruise's ex, Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes. There we go.
Oh, Katie Holmes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever it was, that was poor casting. I was not a fan. I
Bro,
was like,
how did
she's
any
not
of
hot enough to hold that?
Susan Boyle.
sorry, but how
That's
did
my
any
answer.
of these
Susan Boyle.
bro? How is she number 20 after all of these women that we just
Yeah,
mentioned?
this is a weird ass list.
And then
I don't know
there's
who made your list.
Bette Midler at
This is
21.
an IMDb list.
Yo,
Like,
Cher could
what?
still get it. She's number 25.
IMDb
To
has
this
an ugliest celebrity ranking.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Tilda Swinton? That's
Yeah,
fucked
she's
up.
29.
Chloe? I'm
Khloe
picking Chloe.
Kardashian.
I pick
Yeah,
Chloe.
I'll pick Chloe too.
I pick Chloe.
Courtney Love. Like what? Hillary Swank.
Courtney Love is not a good looking woman.
No,
she's-
no, she's not.
No, she's
I
not.
might
Yeah, she looks drugged
go. I'm gonna choose a real ugly person.
up. Sure.
But for the bread, I'll go Donatella Versace.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's good bread. That's
good money,
bread. Yeah.
nasty, ugly woman. But I
Yeah, no,
probably-
she's
she's got an Italian accent, right? So it's got to be a little sexy.
Probably not, but I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I know we're reaching here, Johnny, and I want you to get that bread, but I can't pretend that. I can't pretend.
I mean,
that
this is like
sexy.
sugar mama status, right?
That
Like,
is.
that's-
That is. Yeah, that's a couple of Viagra a night just to make sure that you're gonna be okay.
At
Got to.
night? Or we got to do it all the time?
I mean, I would assume Donatella Versace, she's getting it.
You think?
Probably.
I mean,
For her sake, I hope so.
I'm gonna say Madonna. Madonna's my answer.
ooh,
She's still like old,
that's a
but
good
like
call.
I could still
That's a
close
good
my
call.
eyes and be like,
That
"This
is
is
a good call.
80s sexy Madonna."
yeah.
So yeah, that's doable for me. I feel like that's
I saw a name on here. I don't know. I don't really find her like very ugly. But I guess the question is like, what's the ugliest you
Right.
would go?
right.
And I still don't find her. But Kelly Osbourne.
Kelly Osbourne, yeah. I mean, did she get better looking though? I thought she like lost some
she
weight.
she jumps in and out.
Oh, she's weaving.
It's mostly,
she
but I
weaves
mean,
through
I don't
the-
think she's like ugly per se,
Yeah.
but she definitely
I
goes
wouldn't
up
say
and
that,
down
yeah.
on the weight gaining factor.
Don't we all?
Don't
And
we
when
all?
she,
I
but
can't-
the
I can't.
chubbier she gets, the less cute she gets. I would say.
Yeah, that tracks.
Which I mean, it sounds terrible to say, but it's just like she doesn't look good chubby.
Yeah.
There are some
some people
women
that can
who are
hold
still who are
Like-
still
like-
attractive
yeah.
even after they gain some weight.
Demi.
Yeah,
As much as we hate on Demi,
Demi Lovato, yeah.
Demi looks good when she gets when
Yeah.
when she gets thick. Remember
Yeah,
she went
yeah,
back.
yeah.
She went back to she.
yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, we are good.
We're
But when she goes on her
We're
crazy
safe.
rants,
We're
you're just like, she's off
Yeah.
that list.
No, we're just
This
like,
week, by the way, this week she is still labeled as she.
Okay.
For future listeners.
yes,
Yes,
for future
yes.
listeners, don't.
We're safe this week.
as of September 6th, 2022.
But yeah, Kelly Osbourne. I never thought that she was terrible looking.
No, I mean even when she's chunky on the Osbournes when we were younger, like there's way.
She always has like the when she's thinner, she always has like the thin waist, bigger hips,
And she looked, yeah. I remember being impressed when I remember seeing her.
Checks all the walk boxes.
Checks all the walk boxes. He stole that. He stole that from
He
me.
did.
I copyrighted that.
Yes. He knows what
I know
what
the
all
walk boxes
walk
and
boxes
whether
know the
they're
walk
checked or
box.
not. I
Ooh.
do. I do.
Pause.
Oh geez, we're not starting that now.
We're not starting that.
Oh man, we're gonna start getting really bad on this show on pausing.
Once we have a pause drop,
Yeah, it's gonna get real bad. Johnny's gonna put it on his computer. It's just gonna be an free for all. All right, what's the next question?
all right, last question.
We're all talking, by the way, as if people listen to this podcast and don't have an issue with the fact that we're ranking ugly women in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to be great.
That's true.
Here's it's a little less controversial question here. If you had to make your
Less
sandwiches,
controversial.
yes. If you had to make your sandwiches with the same 2 meats and 1 cheese for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Ooh.
2 meats, 1 cheese, same sandwich, rest of your life.
All
What's it going to be?
All right, so I would have to go with
What are your 2 meats?
turkey and Black Forest ham.
Turkey and ham?
Yep. And for my cheese, pepper jack.
Pepper jack.
I'm a big pepper jack fan.
Turkey, ham, pepper jack.
Forever and ever.
I mean, regardless of what you pick, right? It's forever and ever. Johnny, what are you gonna pick forever and ever?
Y'all about to switch it. I'm thinking sandwiches. Y'all about to switch and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get steak.
Steak? No, I wasn't thinking steak stuff. I was thinking deli
I mean,
meats.
Okay,
yeah,
deli meats.
now
all right.
that you say that,
No, you can't pick steak.
but no,
There's no steak.
definitely one of them must be pepperoni.
I do fuck with
Pepperoni.
pepperoni, yeah. Fuck with
Man, I fuck with it on pizza.
Oh, but pepperoni sandwich size. No,
man. I just
my
thought
God.
That's not
it's so good.
salami.
Like
Isn't
in a
just
hero?
salami,
so good.
pepperoni, big pepperoni.
Big pepperoni. Yeah. See, actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with pepperoni because I really
Okay.
love a good sopressata, but
I gotta switch
that would
one
be
of mine.
too much.
It's too late. You
On
already
that
got
too
ham
late?
and turkey.
So I'll go
I'll
with
let
the
you-
ham, pepperoni and ham.
Pepperoni and ham.
Like a
That's
honey
like
ham.
It's like a
Honey
spicy
ham.
Italian,
Ham,
like
yeah.
a boar's head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Both of them boar's head.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
What kind of cheese? What kind of cheese?
Yeah, it was kind of cheese. We got
pepper
up in
jack
there.
cheese. Yeah,
Pepper
I'll
jack.
go with
Pepper
that.
jack.
Y'all
See?
both
See?
going pepper
Yo,
jack? Okay.
Yeah, I have to change one of mine.
All right, what is it? What do we got?
I'm sorry.
I thought you just said no backtracking.
He was fucking
I
around.
know.
He was fucking with
I'm
me.
gonna let him switch it up since
I'm
it's
a-
for the rest of his
I'm a-
life.
Well, I'm gonna switch out the turkey, and I'll
Yeah,
still
you
I'll still
should.
stick with the ham,
Okay.
but I'm gonna have to go with hard salami. Pause.
Hard salami,
Yeah.
not soft salami. Hard salami.
I used to laugh at that shit when I would go to the store, but like, they sell hard salami.
Let me get that boner salami.
No, but
bro.
but there's so, like the deli meat hard salami is different from like Genoa or whatever it's called. Like
Genoa,
it's different from the different types. For some reason, I can eat that shit.
He's that hard salami. Give me that hard lami.
The hard lami.
Hard lami.
The hard lami, you'll see.
Hard lami.
The hard lami, you'll see.
Pause.
I thought we pre-paused the whole
Yeah,
question.
we should. This whole show, we got to just pause right at the very beginning, like after insensitive culture intro.
Yeah.
Pause.
Hard lami,
Bullshit.
pause.
Harlami.
All right. What are you going with? What kind of meat? What kind of meat you want in your sandwich?
Why you gotta make it sound like that, son? Why you gotta make it sound? Because your shit wanted hard
I
salami.
was just asking.
All right.
I'm just trying to.
We're gonna
segue.
go roast beef,
Okay. Sounds about white.
corned beef,
Roast beef and corned beef?
roast beef and corned beef. Two different kinds of beef.
wow.
I get it.
All right.
I get it.
No.
Yeah.
There's
Swiss
very different
cheese.
flavor profiles.
Swiss cheese.
That sounds
That's
like
Swiss
a
cheese.
white ass.
That's like a
sandwich.
Reuben.
That is fits Rubenesque. Reuben. No, it's just that's when I go to like DeBella's and shit. When I get a sub, that's like my go-to. That's what I invented. That's the Dave.
That's
I
the
didn't even know
true
they had
Dave's
corned beef
original.
at DeBella's.
I know, and it fucks too. You should fuck with it.
That would work. I would fuck with a corned beef sandwich at DeBella's. DeBell's.
And you could get that hot too if you wanted. Like I could switch it up. I don't. I get it cold, like just a normal cold sub, but it would fuck if it were hot.
The only I don't fuck with Rubens,
No,
and I
Is it
think
the
it's because I
sauerkraut?
don't. Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Sauerkraut?
sauerkraut like that. Yeah.
I fuck with the sauerkraut though.
A lot of people do.
Sauerkraut fucks.
I almost fought my brother one time when I was little
Over sauerkraut?
over sauerkraut.
What do you mean?
Pablo, because he's older and shit. I remember I was mad young, and he was, he could work the stove, so he was making the hot dogs. He liked sauerkraut. He just threw he threw the sauerkraut in the water to boil with the hot dog, and I was pissed.
You're like, I don't want sauerkraut water.
Yeah, how you gonna just throw that shit in my fucking hot dog water like that, yo?
That was probably the bombest hot dog you ever had, son.
I don't know. It probably didn't even change the flavor at all. I was just so young. I think I ended up pushing him and shit.
You beat your ass?
Nah, my brother, he was just, he'd get mad at me, but he wouldn't be
he's a
that
Care Bear.
controversial. Yeah, he wouldn't be that.
Oh, he had
controversial.
restraint. You're lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky. I would have
He
whooped
was,
that ass.
I mean, he was
I don't think I've
significantly
ever had
older
a
than me.
Boiled hot dog at home.
Nah.
Boiled hot dog. What do you mean? How do you make your hot dogs now?
Grill them
On a
shits.
frying pan or on a grill.
Really?
You cut them open and you just fry a hot dog. You could do like the Shaler's way where you just local
Toss 'em in the air
Rochester
fryer.
spot. Ooh, I've never air
I
fried.
never tried that. I tried the air fryer. The frying pan is just too much. I think it's just too much. Yeah, it's too much effort.
That's too
bro.
much work. You got to
How
pull
is
the
that
pan
more
out.
effort
You got to
than
get it hot.
boiling water?
Because all right. So
You
first
gotta
of
do
all,
nothing but turn on
You
the
got to
frying
be
pan.
more attentive to it. You got to that's the
Yeah, you
more
gotta-
attention.
Yeah,
you got to be
do
more
gotta pay
attentive to it
You do got to pay attention to it.
because
You
we
don't wanna
we
burn
buy.
just one side.
Nah.
I have kids, so we buy the bigger pack. You know, they love hot dogs too, so we got to buy the bigger pack. So we keep them in the freezer. You know, you got to like cut one out and stuff,
Oh,
like
you gotta
separate it so
fucking
it's
chisel it
completely
out with an
frozen.
ice pick, bro.
Nah, not even. You just grab one knife in between and push down, and it Like 2 of them pop
If they're
out.
a little thawed, though.
No,
they gotta be
that's
a little
that's
thawed.
completely frozen. I can do that,
Damn.
but then
You
I'd
cut
have
your
to
hand
thaw
off.
them out if I'm gonna throw them on a pan. Whereas in boiling water, you just
toss them.
toss them in there.
Nah, you could toss that bitch on.
I mean, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, you can.
Just
but
put a lid on there
I'm
and
more,
let that shit.
I'm more likely to toss them bitches in the air fryer. Once you said air fryer, I was like, oh yeah, I'd fuck with that.
Oh yeah, that shit works really well.
Yeah,
Air
I'll
fryer
be down
will
with
cook
that.
anything.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for my son next, and if he fucks with it, then that's how we cooking hot dogs from now
It's
on.
gonna be hot dogs. He's gonna have a grilled hot dog in college and be
Yeah.
like, "Holy shit!
Yeah, he
Where
loves
was
his hot
this all
dogs.
my life?"
My son loves his hot dogs, man. That's his number one choice. If it's not pasta, just regular pasta and sauce. He doesn't even like ground beef in it.
Damn.
Very simple kid.
Okay. Sounds cheap. I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
Not lobster and fillets. That's all he eats. Shit.
Nah, he's a
Questions
very
were
simple
kind of
kid.
tame today.
They were, yeah. That's generally what happens when I let Dave pick them.
He picks them out.
Yeah, I ask women, jerk off questions.
Yeah. How many times they jerk their dick off?
Oh man, nah, but we're running low on the list, so
We gotta get a new deck. Honestly, I think I found one. Honest, that might work for us.
okay,
Just
Nice.
question wise. So
I'm down. I'm down for that.
I'll show you.
I have a question.
We're gonna get
However,
some
we
more,
just
listener submitted ones too.
I have a question, but it's probably not going to be our definitive list. However, since we're already recording and I hadn't asked this beforehand, we can go with the top 5 you can think of, right?
Ooh.
But who are the top 5 MILFs of all time for you?
Top 5 MILFs.
Yeah.
And these are just like in general.
Yeah.
Like top
Celebrities?
I mean-
or like,
I mean,
like
'cause, like,
ladies I know.
Like porn stars
I mean,
or like
obviously for the audience, nobody knows
like
Miss Jackson down the
And-
road.
right. My buddy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and not to mention, we're gonna spare that for our ladies that listen. We love you. By the way. No, but yeah, celebrities. I think I'm gonna go off the top of my head. And again, this isn't a definitive list, but just
Sure.
the ones that you can think of, right? We got, Jennifer Lopez. She qualifies as a MILF.
Yeah.
We can agree. She's top 5.
For sure.
Top 5, dead or alive. Salma Hayek, still bad.
Mm-hmm.
She is still bad.
Yep.
Eva Mendes.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. There are so many.
This is like
let me
my
see.
2005 list. It hasn't changed except they got kids now.
Except they have kids now, so they qualify as MILFs. Let me see. Damn, that's where I top of 3.
Sofia Vergara. She's got to have a
Sofia
kid.
Vergara.
If not, we're counting Manny from fucking Modern Family just so that we
No,
can
she definitely
clap.
has a kid.
Okay.
He's like
okay.
in one of her commercials, I think.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's mine. You can't steal that bitch. You still
I
need
can't
2
steal
more.
that. Fuck. Sofia Vergara.
Oh shit.
Let's see. Who's another?
I gotta go with OG Stifler's mom from like American Pie, like
Like the original
the
milk.
original MILF, bro.
Yeah,
like,
the one who came up with the term.
'Cause,
Or,
like,
well,
now
they gave her the term.
she's older now. We're all
Yeah,
older
yeah,
than we
yeah,
were,
yeah.
but like in that movie at that time,
I saw like an article recently
that she
where
banged
was
200
interviewed.
dudes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
she said from that
She did.
movie and being labeled MILF that she
Yep.
like
I get it.
racked up deep.
I get it.
I mean, that got it. That got to
for her.
put her at number 1 MILF of all time.
I mean, she's up. That's why I'm saying top 5 for sure. She's got
yeah.
because I saw that article. I was like, damn, she really cashed in on that
Yeah, she
dick.
cashed in.
She sure did.
Oh man,
Fuck. So I got Sofia Vergara and Stifler's mom.
I have so
Those
many
are
women in
those
my
are
head, but I
two.
can't remember if they've had a kid or not. To be,
I feel
to be
like
considered a
almost
MILF.
every celebrity that I know and
Right.
think is hot right now has at least one kid.
No,
I'm
there's
thinking
so
of like
many more.
OG, like Carol Brady. Carol Brady
The original or
The
from the movie?
original Carol Brady from
at
the
the
Brady
time or
Bunch.
now?
At the time, not now,
Yeah,
bro. She's
okay.
still even alive. But I'm saying like peak Carol Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
That was
She was hot.
Never,
that was dope.
Sure.
never crossed my mind.
That was dope.
Never would have crossed. my
Never,
mind
not
either.
once. Yo, you know who we thought? Quick side tangent.
I'd
We
go,
saw a video.
Aunt Becky.
Oh,
Full
okay.
House.
Oh,
She's
yes.
got kids. That's
Yes.
a MILF. Is that your answer? Is that one of your
I
five?
mean, if we're going during the time of like TV show,
Yeah, we can
height,
go. We can go during
Yeah.
the time. That's.
Yeah, Aunt Becky was
That's
bad
okay.
in the 90s.
I feel like
know
Aunt
now.
Becky's still bad. Like she might be
She's
in
still
prison
kinda
for a
bad,
little
yeah.
bit. She's doing a quick bit, but she looks good when she gets out.
I think
about-
she's back home.
I think she's.
She outside. She outside.
About Peggy Bundy.
Yeah.
Yeah. she
Fuck
would've-
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What I was
Even though I'll say growing up, I never really fucked with Peggy Bundy. I was like, oh, why is Al
I know she
like,
had
always
big
so hard
fat
up for
tits
her?
that were fucking pressed
It wasn't
together.
even-
It was
That-
just like
that-
the hair thing
Yeah.
that it made me.
yeah threw
It
you
gave
off.
her more of like an old mom look that I was like, why?
Sure.
It's like an old mom trying to dress young type shit. But
I always
then as
thought
I got
differently.
older, I was like,
I always thought differently. I remember.
Get it.
I remember being a kid and thinking like, "Yo, why does he not want to have sex with her? Look, she got some big ass, titties. Like, yo,
Yeah.
why does he not want to fuck her?
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And now you
now
get
I
it.
do. Now I do. Yes.
Oh,
I understand.
shit.
He's been
Now
banging.
I get it.
He's been banging that since high school, man. She's not the same chick that everybody else sees to him.
Word.
He's just like, oh, you're cheating on me? Great. Get
Go
the fuck
for
away
it.
from me.
What about Nancy Botwin from Weeds? Mary Louise Parker.
She is
she
definitely,
was dope.
yeah, she's
She,
definitely
like,
a MILF.
Yeah, I don't even. That's one of my answers.
She's very
Oh,
like
nice.
typical suburban.
Typically, that's.
Mom,
I think
milf
that's what does it for me, though. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
she could literally be a mom dropping her kid off somewhere. Like Mary Louise Parker does not
Soccer
look like
mom.
Scarlett Johansson or anything like that, but she was super, super sexy.
Yeah, no,
during
I remember.
Weeds,
Yeah, I
too.
remember her
sure.
during
Well, now
Weeds.
that you say that, ScarJo, Jessica Biel,
Yeah.
these are my
ScarJo, mom?
This is my
I
list.
don't,
Jessica
I
Biel
don't,
for
I don't
sure.
think I don't think ScarJo has
ScarJo's
kids.
like-
I don't think she has
No,
kids.
for real?
I don't think she has. Yeah, I
You
don't
sure?
think.
Yeah, I don't think she
no,
does.
I don't think so.
Jessica Biel though, she's definitely a MILF.
No, Jessica Biel for sure.
Yeah. Well, while you look that up, we actually between I saw a TikTok of, remember Aunt May from
Yeah, she has a 7-year-old.
Oh,
Oh.
get the fuck out of here! Really?
She has a newborn with
All
Colin
right.
Jost,
Well, there's my
and
number
a
4.
7-year-old
Oh,
before
that's
that.
right, Colin Jost, that fucking son of a bitch, Colin Jost. Yeah, I do remember
He's so
that.
mad. He's so mad right now. No, but we you remember how we keep talking about like these older women who were hot as fuck when they were young. So the one that we discovered was hot as fuck was Aunt May from the 2000 Spider-Man movies.
Baddie.
What?
She was a baddie.
She was a baddie, like to the point where we were like, damn, like, oh shit.
Rosemary Harris.
Rosemary Harris.
I
Yeah.
believe it.
Oh yeah, she was fire. At least the pictures we saw.
Oh yeah.
That's seductive. Oh
mean,
yeah.
She could definitely get it
for sure.
in 1957.
I told Walk that I would smash her today, and then when I tell people that I hit, I would show her that picture from 57 and be like, "Yo, this is the bitch that I smashed."
Yeah.
And he was
Man,
like, "Facts."
Don't focus on none of that
No,
bullshit
but
now.
now it don't matter.
No,
I'm
no.
not lying. Like this is
not
the
lying.
same. That's the same chick.
Oh man.
Smashed.
Is she still around?
Yeah, I believe so.
Why are you trying to give her a call real quick?
Trying to see what's up. She's only 94 years old.
That's it.
Damn.
Oh man, I could break that.
Literally, bro.
Yeah, she is definitely
Good
still
for
around.
her. Good for her.
You broke my hip.
They couldn't even bring her back for like that last with all the cameos.
I know.
Damn,
She
that's
couldn't be in the
fucked up.
Spider-Verse.
We're all worried about Uncle Ben and shit, and she's trying to get them cheeks clapped.
Nah, ain't nobody worried about Uncle Ben. Nobody ever gave a fuck about Uncle Ben.
Nah, his cheeks ain't look like that.
I mean, I wasn't looking, but facts.
Uncle Ben has some cake. You'd be surprised.
Oh man. Pause.
Pause. Pause.
Pause. All right.
It'd be a
So
good podcast name. Just pause. So we should just have a podcast name. Just
Pause.
Yeah. Pause. This is the Pause Podcast where we say some wild shit all the time. So just pause.
And you have to. It's just every conversation.
Just every conversation
is a pause type conversation.
Nah, that would be exhausting. Dude.
Yes,
I
it would
can't
be.
have that
It
kind
would
of.
be horrible.
I know some podcasts like that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we're done with that, right? So
Yeah, that's all the. Yeah.
we're moving on to.
You know what it's time for.
I hope you're ready, Johnny.
News clips. Yeah, let's see if there's anything to talk about. What's happened since fucking last week in the world? I feel like the only thing that's happened that I don't want to talk about is all this like Trump shit. But I don't really want to talk about that. What's coming up though? By the time you hear this episode, the NFL season will have kicked off.
Oh shit!
Football is
that's right.
back. This last Sunday, I told my girl, I was like, this Sunday is the last Sunday that there will not be football. So I hope you're ready to deal with my football watchingness.
No more dad duties until March after the Super Bowl, right? Is that how you laid it down?
Basically.
Basically,
Just so
this
you
is
know, Sundays from 1 till midnight.
11. Yeah, oh, he's going in case it goes into OT. He's got to cover his
You
ass.
never know. You never know.
No. It's okay.
They go late
it's
sometimes.
okay. I'm still gonna help, but you gotta bring her to me because I
Right,
cannot miss
exactly.
a moment.
Bring her to me as long as she can stay in this one spot while I don't move. We'll hold that down.
I'll make her a football lover.
You got the
kills me.
NFL package to watch your Tampa Bay Bucks?
I don't know. Nah, I watched the I've been a fan of the Red Zone channel for a minute, and so yeah, I like that shit because that way, specifically because for us New Yorkers, this is going to be the first full season we get access to online sports betting. And so, the DraftKings, the FanDuels, the Score, the
Caesars,
whatever, points
them
bet,
Caesars is my shit. Yeah, that's dope.
They're, we can use the apps to bet on football games, and I love me some betting on football.
A little action.
Yeah. So, throw, just a couple dollars here and there, just, for fun, just a little $10, $20 on a game. On a parlay type shit. But so with the Red Zone channel, like I can see multiple. You see every fucking touchdown, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, everyone that
that's-
gets
that's
unless it's
what-
just a bomb from like 100 yards
But
out.
they still show it. They'll still cut back and
Yeah.
they'll be like, he tries to play it off like this just happened. They'll be like, all right, cutting back to the LA Rams Bills game.
That was
And
3
like,
quarters ago.
and then they just let it play, and it don't be that late. But no, you get to see every touchdown, so that helps out with when you're keeping track of all the games that you bet on and shit. So yeah, that's kind of always been my move ever since I got into football betting. Red Zone channel's been my shit. So yeah, kicking off on Thursday. By the time you hear this episode, the Bills will have probably lost, but hopefully won against the Rams.
If they're listening right when it drops, the Bills will be playing tonight at
That's
8
true.
o'clock,
That's true.
so-
Yeah. If you're a real one,
I don't know. I don't count the Bills out anymore.
then
That tier, if you're on the Dave's
if you're
mustache
on the
tier,
Dave's mustache tier, then you will
You
have
know.
heard. Maybe even before.
You're gonna hear a lot more than that.
But yeah, so hopefully good things this year. There's not really too many controversial shit happening in the NFL that I know of. I just hope Josh Allen does well because I got him on 2 of my fantasy football teams.
I gotta make it a point this year to watch football again.
Foosball.
Yeah, because I never had. I fell out of it because I never really had Sundays off.
Right.
Previously,
Now you do.
And just to try to catch on to try to catch up and try to watch my games and shit like that just became too much of a chore. And I never gave a shit about the Buffalo Bills. That's generally who
They never were worth giving a shit about for the last
Well,
30
I'm just
years.
saying I never gave a shit about them, but that's the only game that they would have on the TV
facts. Yeah.
at work and shit
They already
because
played
obviously
locals,
that's
yeah.
where we
Yeah.
So and I'm always like
It's either Bills or Giants.
like I root for the Bills because you know
local.
it's just they're local and all that shit, but at the same time I could care less. Sure. You know what I mean? I don't have the same enthusiasm and energy that everyone else has, but I need to get right back into watching some football and involving my kids, possibly getting my son in there and enjoying
Getting him in some
too.
football?
Yeah. He's getting too much into
playing?
the tablet. No, well, just I mean maybe yeah.
Into watching. Yeah.
Into watching, and if he takes an interest in it,
to the sport.
We've been
What
getting
about
him into
baseball?
soccer every year.
Yeah, get him into like less. I wouldn't know if I would get him into football with all that contact and headshots
Well, we got
and
him
shit,
in
but if you get
soccer. We got
into
him in soccer.
baseball and
Plenty of head contact in soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, not like football though. Come on.
No, but enough. That's what I'm saying. Like he's playing soccer, he's got enough head contact. He's good.
Yeah, that's probably the limit of head contact. Unless he has some freakish talent for football, then just let it ride.
We wouldn't know unless he starts to play it, right?
That'd be adorable. Him and his little pads, little
Yeah.
shoulder pads and shit. Oh, dude. Yeah, let's get him in a year just to see what it's like.
Yeah, that's how we got to do it. But anyway, what else do we have?
But yeah, that's happening this week. And so hopefully that'll be fun.
It will.
The only other news story that I had, which I thought was wild and hilarious. So apparently there's this Ariana Grande lookalike impersonator. She's caught some buzz over the last few years. I think Ariana Grande kind of said some shit about her a few years back, like how it was degrading or some shit, because she does a lot of impersonation shit or whatever online. And she had a pretty popular TikTok. But at the time she was, I think only 15 or 16 years old. And of course you probably know where this is going. She has now turned 18. And so she decided the most profitable thing to do with her life
Is an OnlyFans.
is an OnlyFans account. So now there's an Ariana Grande lookalike OnlyFans. Her name is Paige Neiman. For those of you that are asking, what's the link? What's the link? What's the link?
How do you spell that last name?
And of course she's getting mad shit for it, right? Because it's basically an Ariana Grande OnlyFans, which she swears she's not, cosplaying or whatever as Ariana Grande in the shit. But I mean, she looks
what I've
exactly
seen,
like
she
her.
look
Like
exactly
she
like
looks
her.
exactly like her.
Yeah, she looks exactly like her.
And she does her hair and makeup basically the exact same way.
Yep.
With that little top knot ponytail hanging
Yeah.
down on the back.
Yep.
The little
Does
sucker.
all
You
the
remember that
same
the Pete
facial
Davidson
expressions.
picture where she had the sucker? I don't remember that.
I don't know.
No,
I don't remember that.
I don't know what you're talking
Not at
about.
Wait, what?
What?
So yeah, there's obviously a lot of controversy
Yeah, I could-
about
I could see
is it right that a person does this?
I mean, imagine if you
obviously
had a
it's legal.
doppelganger. Imagine if you had a doppelganger, Johnny, and they're like, you know
Yeah.
what? We're gonna make a fake Johnny
As long as they
Malave.
cut
Yep.
me in.
Yep. Oh no, you don't get cut in.
Oh well, then
I don't think
fuck it.
I don't think she's cutting Ariana in, right?
Yeah.
Oh no,
She's not
because
cutting
Ariana's
Ariana.
against it, but I'll be for it if they can give me some bread.
So then y'all
I'll
just
let you do
Make
it.
me look
would you
better.
guys be in
Hopefully
it
he got
together?
a six pack or some shit. Because if
Some-
he looks exactly like me, then ain't
Then
nobody
gonna-
gonna pay for that shit.
The Aquaman, jonniKuest.
Unless somebody's looking for fucking like
Dad bod?
feet only. I got some good finger toes if y'all into that.
Would y'all be into that if somebody was like, yo,
Into my feet pics?
yeah. Like, I mean,
Go for
legit into
Oh,
it.
if somebody, if there
A,
was an audience
businessman.
out there.
There's an Asian businessman that says, walk. He wants to pay you an ungodly amount of money just for random feet pick. He wants you to pick up shit with your toes and shit and like mash food with your toes.
Absolutely. I
For
just
a
would not.
filthy amount of money.
I just would not admit
I
it.
would quit my job.
For
You
just
wake up,
feet
you're
shit?
like, all right, it's time to go. And you just start smashing some
I would
fucking
be
grapes
thinking
with
of
your
new
toes.
shit to smash all the time. I'd be doing all kind of wild shit with my.
They want you to
toes.
wear funny socks, like those rainbow socks where each toe goes into a different little
baby.
hole.
I'm there for it.
And you have to smash different fruits.
As long
We
as
were
it's
talking
good
about-
bread.
It's real good bread. Like support your family bread.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I just wouldn't admit it to anybody.
And then you got to go on Oprah because she wants to talk about that shit.
I'd be
She's like,
fucking
yeah,
advertising it. Hell yeah.
Yeah?
I'm telling people. I made $1 million last year.
he's
showing my
putting up
feet.
his statements on
feet.
onlyfeet.com.
Word. Only, that's
you
a real
see that?
website, right?
It probably is. I feel like I didn't just make that up, but if you want to try and hit the URL, maybe buy that fucking domain real quick. If it's not,
You see that?
it's not.
You see that yacht right there? Yeah. Dip
these
my feet in
toes,
chocolate
these
for that.
toes pay for that shit.
I dipped my feet in chocolate for that one.
For an Arabian sultan. That's what he was into.
Yeah.
Onlyfeet.com.mx.
Oh man.
Only Feet? Is that a site?
Yeah, it's a site.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a pedicure with the little fish that were eating at my toes. Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah.
That one paid my kids' college tuition.
What if a dude wanted to jerk off on your toes?
No. It's cool. It's
I
cool.
mean, we're talking money, bro.
No, I'm talking about-
money.
I'm talking.
Like you thought that other shit was money. This is no,
Nah,
bro. This
Nah,
is
see-
money.
No, because
Never work
Now,
again. Never
everything
do
else-
anything again.
Johnny's like, that'd be tough.
I don't gotta touch it, right?
No, I mean, you just
gonna
gotta
touch
clean your
you.
feet off, dog. You just gotta clean your feet
I
off.
just gotta. Use
gotta touch
the
you.
hose right after.
Yeah, sure. You don't gotta
just-
even touch it. You just power wash that shit off.
As long as there's like a.
It could be like a glory hole. It's a glory hole. You put your foot through the glory hole, and you just
through a glory hole.
That's
Yeah,
even better.
you know.
That's even better.
Show me the
man.
check.
I'd
The
wanna
check gotta
throw
clear.
up.
Yep.
If the check clears,
The check clears. You're busting on them feet.
The second that something warm hits my feet, I'm gonna want to throw up.
It would only be warm. It would only be warm for a
throw up.
second.
I probably would. Absolutely.
You would throw up after a bus was on your foot. It's like it got in your mouth or anything. You're just like, oh, it's on my foot. I throw up. That's wild.
It's like I walk around with
I mean, I wouldn't be
I walk
happy, but I
around
don't
with
think I
bust
need
all
to
over my
vomit.
hands all day. I don't give a fuck.
Facts.
Yeah, but that's your own.
Right.
Yeah.
Some dude busting on your hands and you're just
Oh,
typing away on your
yeah,
work
no.
computer.
Nah.
Think about it, man. There's a porn.
After your feet got jerked off on, you're gonna pause me, bitch? Fuck out of here. Pause while I wash this jizz off my toes, and then you come back.
Oh man, just to think, there is a porn cameraman that was jizzed in the face
Oh, yeah.
and got paid the same salary he's
As like a cart pusher at a grocery
That's messed
store.
up.
I know that video too.
Oh, it's so fucking gross.
Yeah.
I forgot there was a video of that shit happening.
He's like, cut, with his eyes just closed. Just buzz it over. Cut. I'll never forget those words. Like that's the worst cut I've ever heard in my life, dude.
Oh man, looking like Ace Ventura after he hocked that loogie in part 2.
It's like, yeah, just Equinsu Ocha. That's White Devil for y'all that don't speak whatever language that was. And Ace Ventura too.
Did you just call me White Devil?
I did. White
Leave
Devil,
that
White
part out
Devil.
from now on. I forgot. Johnny doesn't find Jim Carrey phone.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Why the fuck do we talk about these things? Oh man, but definitely not. No, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking a filthy amount of money, bro. Like,
No, I feel you.
I'm with the Johnny. As long as I don't have to watch the dude or like see him like really working it up.
See
I'm cool.
See the allure is the fact that these motherfuckers, like, it would be a joke. Like, yo, these motherfuckers, I'm taking pictures and I'm recording my own feet and sending it to them. They're paying me ridiculous amounts of money. Now, when you
once
have
your
to,
feet get
when
violated,
you have to show up somewhere, they're flying you out, bro, and you like,
right.
That's where it gets to like, what am I doing with my life right now?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
cleaning
not
those
going anywhere
toe knuckles up.
for private
if-
foot shows.
If they're flying you out though, first class.
How you expect? Oh, so somebody's gonna say, "I'm gonna come to you, and I want to come on."
They want to
you."
fly you out to Dubai, first class.
Again,
We're
if
such
that
whores.
wall
We're
was
such
separate,
whores
I
on
don't
this
wanna see. I don't ever want to see, dude. I don't want to see the face.
You never got it. No. You never know. If you walked by him in 10 years on the street, you would never
I'd
know.
never know, and I'd be okay with
man.
that.
Think of that scenario though, right? They fly you out, you come out the private jet, you go into this room. It's nothing but a whole bunch of dudes, and as soon as you walk in there, because you know there's gonna be no women. The second you walk into this room, and then you just go in there and go handle your bit. Like what?
A part of you has to feel special though, because they brought your toes out there. No, I mean they could have got any toes in the Middle East, and they flew these toes out to.
If they're doing all that, I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna get like a wild ass pedicure. They're gonna be,
Facts.
taking good care of the feet. I get a nice little robe.
Yeah.
Lobster
Yeah,
dinner.
probably would feel special.
Oh, it's ball. Yeah, you.
Toe hair trimmed.
But then you have to wash the jizz out of your toe
Probably
knuckle
wax.
hair.
Toe
wax.
hair is waxed.
Yeah, depends on what the guy likes.
He might
How
like
long
it
he's-
hairy.
Yeah,
How long he's been saving it up for?
yeah. I don't know.
He knows you're coming,
Yep.
and he's coming. Everybody's coming.
I'm not jerk off all week.
That poor kid. He's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm going downstairs. This is the last. It's like, is it dinner time? He thought he
I'm
heard.
headed right now. I'm about to pass out.
It was the Gasolina. Why
Oh
did we
my
do
God.
that review before the podcast?
have
That was
no
such
idea.
a terrible idea.
So stupid. This conversation is so stupid. Oh man.
This was the news
it could be
story,
female
wasn't
porn,
it?
right?
Sorta. I mean, yeah. If you want a chick to piss all over your feet, that's cool. Because we're not going to have the squirt
not
debate
like that's
now.
any
That's
better.
not. I mean, I think it is.
Yeah.
I'd probably do it for like $30 if a super hot chick wanted to squirt.
You charge me?
I'll give you $30 if you squirt all over my feet.
$30. I'm not charging.
And
I'm paying.
that-
I got
And that is the
Little
difference
Caesars
between men and
coupons.
women, man. Women are like, yeah, you got to pay me no matter what. Guys are like, I'll pay you.
37.59 I have in my pocket right now. It's all yours.
Man. All right.
Oh, pieces of shit.
Oh, I'm getting so lightheaded right
disgusting. So disgusting. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow at my professional job and be like, "Oh, this is the work that I do,"
now. Yeah.
but I'm disgusting.
I'm always waiting for someone to pull me aside and say,
Yeah,
hey,
same.
so
we heard this podcast that you do, and we think it's better if we part ways. I think that's what I'm waiting to hear. The part ways.
I won't even. I'll just be like, oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yep, I grab all my shit and just be like, all right, here we go.
That's fair. All right. Yep.
Going all in on icy.
Yep. Turn my LinkedIn to looking for a new position.
Open to work.
Open to work. Yes. If you want to jerk off on my toes, feel free.
At that point, I'm taking anything. Oh shit. Oh, yeah. We're such pieces of shit. It's great. All right.
I'm glad Reggie wasn't here this week for this. I would feel really bad.
Been great.
She's probably upset. She's gonna hear this shit and be like, "Damn, I wish I was there."
I know.
Jerking off on the toes conversation.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to know what a woman would do.
It's nice to have a female perspective. That was nice. We had some questions that we couldn't ask for a little bit. We were sitting on that for a better part of a year. My man put his headphones on in the back. He's like, yo, I'm done with all this bullshit.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Smart.
It was great.
Absolutely.
Got up and walked right the fuck out. All
He ran. He ran quickly. He's like, all right, this is the time to get out of here.
I don't want to listen to the rest of this.
Yeah.
Dinner? Is dinner ready?
Yeah. All right. So, do you have any other news segments? That's the best part.
No.
I don't know.
Fine
I don't
until
know
you
how.
broke.
I don't know how we got to that point from a news segment.
Oh wait,
but
I
that's
did
fair.
have another.
I don't remember what the news segment was. What was the original?
I don't know what we ventured
jerking
away
off
from.
on your feet.
I forgot. I did have this other story about this little popular shit on, or not popular, but there's been some talk on the webs.
Interwebs.
So the Venice Film Festival has been happening this weekend. There's a new movie that's been produced by Olivia Wilde, or directed by Olivia Wilde. Don't Worry, Darling. And there's a lot of controversy about this film. One of the things that has been making the rounds is how it apparently seemed like as Harry Styles was entering, or his name was announced and he was taking his seat, he kind of spit on Chris Pine.
That was wild. It definitely looked like that.
I think there's been like what is it, like Zapruder level?
The Zapruder film.
Zapruder film.
The Kennedy
analysis.
Yeah,
I have seen other angles where it didn't look like he spit, but
I don't think he spit. I don't think he spit.
I mean, I feel like I don't think he purposefully spit.
Right. I think it might have been one of those like where you cough and like a little,
maybe a drop of sweat could have came off of his forehead or something. I seen one like theory that I thought was a little bit of a stretch, where they're saying that Chris Pine was zoned out and just realized that there was glasses in his lap and he was looking for his glasses. I don't know about that one.
How zoned out
it
was he?
It was like,
is Chris Pine okay?
But still, it was like perfect timing. If it was something else that made him look that way, it was perfect timing on the exact look that was on Chris Pine's face to the spit hitting the exact spot where he looked. Yeah. And it definitely, I can see it happening, but if from the first angle in the beginning, it looked like he definitely like made the motions of spitting. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know.
Well, like, why? Do they even have? They don't even have like beef that I know of.
I mean, this is just because it's not public, like, you know what I mean? Like, who knows?
Sure.
So there's controversy around the whole flick. So
there was another.
Yeah, what was the other?
There was another post where
Olivia Wilde is dating Harry Styles.
Right.
She's not with what's his name?
Nah, she got served her papers while she was on like a Comic-Con panel somewhere, like from Jason Sudeikis. Is that what? Yeah. That was a whole other thing.
Yeah.
That was a whole other
Jason
thing.
Sudeikis did that to her.
Served this. She was doing a panel, son. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like imagine somebody walking in here right now during the podcast and serving my ass.
That dude just has some balls. Whoever served her has some crazy balls. Anyway, continue.
So apparently there's like the controversy is that she was so she started dating Harry Styles during the filming. They were like all extra with their PDA on sets. Florence Pugh is one of the actors on the movie, and one of like the main characters hasn't shown up to anything to promote the film. Because apparently she was like not approving of the way they're
carrying themselves.
The way they carried themselves on set. She was like this very like unprofessional and
Sounds
a little
jealous.
Annoying.
Sounds like she's a little
It
jealous.
seems
Like she didn't.
yeah,
She
if that's
didn't get.
the only reason, seems a little petty. I think.
Because
Yeah,
Like,
I saw
I
some
seen a
shit.
post of hers, an IG post where Florence Pugh, when they finished wrapping up filming, I think that was like a year or two ago. It was probably a year or two ago. I think it was during the pandemic. She like literally thanked every single person on set, all the like APs, the rigs,
grips.
like the grips, like
Jesus.
everybody. She thanked everyone except Olivia Wilde.
Oh,
so there's like.
there's some
knowing
drama
something
there.
there.
They both wanted that
What it
dick,
is, I don't
and
know.
it sounds like Olivia got it, and Florence was not happy about it.
I mean, it's a
And-
wild,
and-
man.
The fact that Harry Styles was cast in this was also some shit. There was controversy around it as well because it was originally supposed to be Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf, he got removed. Olivia Wilde claims that
I
she
do remember that.
canned him from the movie because of his character at the time, or him personally,
Yeah.
not the character of the movie, but
Right,
he
right,
was
right.
like being a little extra.
His
and
reputation.
Yeah, so she says that she was trying to protect Florence Pugh, or Pugh. I don't know. How you say her last name.
I've heard Pew lately without the
Okay.
GH, like just Pew, like
So I'm gonna go with
PEW.
that. She claims that that's why that she was trying to protect her, and Florence Pugh was
Or
like,
actresses and
why I don't need your protection type shit. I
Right.
think she rather had done the film with Shia LaBeouf, and then
because didn't he release something of her like begging him almost to
Yes,
come
there was
back
like
to the
an
movie
audio
and
of
give it
something, yeah.
another shot? Like
yes,
she said that she was protecting, and then at the same time she was asking him strongly, we'll say, to come
Right.
back and give it another go because obviously the dude can act. So like. What the fuck is really going on there? Like this whole
There's a lot of
production, bro. Like
controversy.
I kind of want to watch the movie just to see what the fuck is up, dude. Like I won't, but still, it seems like
I mean I'll see
see
it
the
on
trailer. I
Plex
mean,
or something if that.
maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
if it pops up, you never know.
If I see the trailer and it's interesting, I'd be down for something like that.
I think I've seen the trailer. I think I've seen the trailer. It's like a semi thriller.
No, really?
Okay.
Okay, I picture it
Yeah.
like a weird, I don't know, just
I think
romantic.
it's about like I think it's about like a
dramedy.
couple that lives in a cult-like neighborhood, and so there's something under the radar happening in this neighborhood.
Okay,
Oh, actually, now that you
okay.
now that you mentioned that, I do remember seeing something. I probably did see the trailer, but like brushed through it, kind of thing. But it seemed interesting, mainly because I remember something like that with Florence Pugh. But I'm gonna have to check that out. Like, I'll check out the trailer if it looks
Right.
interesting enough. Yeah, I'd be down to watch it. I love thrillers too. There's something about a good thriller I enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because thriller
Gets you
is
going.
kind of like a mixture of
It's like horror and drama.
horror and
right?
drama, or horror like action drama, like a little bit of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
thriller
get-
gets
yeah.
the heart racing, but you're not necessarily terrified. You're just like, what the fuck's gonna
Yeah,
happen
oh,
right now?
shit,
Like,
oh,
yeah,
shit.
you want to see how it unfolds.
Yeah.
That's when you get fucking sucked in. I feel like thrillers are,
I
it's an
fuck with those.
easy way to get sucked in.
Like we would consider Seven a thriller.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think even Nope was considered like
Yeah.
a horror thriller.
Yeah. I'd consider
After
that
watching
more
it,
of a
tracks.
thriller.
that tracks. Yeah,
All
that
right.
was a good flick. I fucked with
that was
it.
good. Yeah, we're actually gonna get into it because we don't have much news that popped up. So during HOLLYWOO, we'll discuss some of these flicks and shows that we've been watching, Might be we might pull the spoiler alert button just to be able to talk freely, but
That's been a while. Yeah.
we'll do that. Yeah. Before we do that, I just wanted to bring up since you were talking about Venice, I just wanted to bring up the fact that The Whale, starring Brendan Fraser, I keep hearing good things about it.
Yeah.
That got a 6-minute standing ovation. Like there's a video out
I
where
don't
he
know
was
the
like,
movie though.
real-
I saw the standing ovation thing, and it's not like one of those bullshit like clips where
Yeah, like
people
Morbius. Yeah, like
12
the fake
minutes
ass.
of standing
yeah, yeah.
ovation.
38
It was an
and a half
actual standing
minutes.
ovation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, like,
but I
tearing
don't know
up.
anything about this movie.
the only thing that I know is it has to do with like he plays in like an overly obese man, like 600-pound kind of guy, and it's about his life as this person. So I don't really know a lot of the details, but I remember seeing something about it and hearing a lot of buzz about this movie, and the fact that it played during Venice. Excuse me, my freaking throat today is just all messed up.
Darren Aronofsky.
The fact-
Aronofsky, yeah.
The fact that it played in Venice and it got a 6-minute standing ovation and everyone is extremely happy for Brendan Fraser and
Sadie
like
Sink,
he's
too.
tearing up. So I just thought that was dope. I'd love to see that man come back. And he was cast in he's been cast in superhero movies, right? I think he was cast in one of the more recent movies coming out.
Oh, that hasn't come out yet?
Yeah, no, yeah, it hasn't come out yet. I wanted to
some
say it was
DC
Blue
shit,
Beetle or
yeah.
something. Yeah, it was definitely
Maybe,
DC.
yeah, maybe.
I think it was Blue
It's-
Beetle.
It's unfortunate that it's DC.
I mean, either way, it's one of the ones that didn't get canned.
Okay.
So we'll
I like
see how
how
that goes.
it says in this article, according to Variety, Fraser donned a prosthetic suit to play Charlie. Like, no shit.
Yeah, no shit.
You don't
He's
think
not 600 pounds. No
I'm
shit.
I know he's a little overweight, but my man is not 600 pounds.
No.
It's interesting though. I would give that.
I'll give it a
I mean,
watch. Yeah.
it seems I probably won't watch it.
Yeah, he looks huge.
I'll watch it.
It looks possibly like one of those artsy films.
I'll watch
It's
it in
an
a year.
artsy drama film.
It
A
reminds me of
600-pound
Tusk.
man trying to reconnect
Yeah.
with his estranged daughter. I still haven't seen I Love You, Dad, and that's also
Patton Oswalt, right?
Patton Oswalt. That looks like a really good movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will watch it at one point in the future, but it's not
don't
at
think
the top
I'm-
of the list. There's so many.
Never even heard of that. I'd give Brendan Fraser's movie more of a chance than I would any Patton Oswalt movie.
I don't know. Patton Oswalt seems to pick
Patton Oswalt,
good
his
projects.
dramas
yeah,
are good
he's-
dramas.
Yeah, he knows his shit.
I don't think I've ever seen a Patton Oswalt drama.
There was a movie that he did where he was like a Giants fan. Do you remember that movie? Where it was literally like he was the star and like it was a very like indie, low budget. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember watching it and being like, whoa, because I only knew Patton Oswalt from like King of Queens and shit. Like I didn't take him very seriously, but like that role was the fan, and it wasn't the fan. That was something else. It was something like that. I don't know if Johnny's pulling it up right now.
Trying to find.
Yeah, I would say
He's got so many things. He's
mid
involved in.
mid 2010s ish. I would have to see the names, but he did it was a very serious, like there was no comedy in it, bro. It was sad and like just depressing to watch, but he was so fucking good.
Then maybe I just don't give him enough.
Yeah, and that's fair. Why would you? Like if you only see him in fucking.
Yeah.
Was that Nardoc or whatever that bullshit? Modoc. I'm sorry.
Modoc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And King of Queens.
Big fan.
Then maybe that was that.
Big fan, plays a dumpy 37-year-old who lives with his mother and spends his life living vicariously through the glories of the New York Giants.
Yes, that was it. And it was depressing, but
2009.
tastic. Yep. 2009. I was thinking 2010-ish. Somewhere around there. But yeah, he's got the range when he wants to pull it out. Who gives him a chance to do that? I don't know.
Comedians are generally better at switching things into a dramatic role.
Oh, then the other
100%,
way?
the
Yeah.
other way around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Because
can't-
if you can
can't
do
fake
comedy,
comedy.
bro, you can do probably anything.
You can do anything.
I feel like.
Facts. All right.
There we go. Yeah.
good, my guy.
What's
Yo,
going
can
on,
you
man?
hear me?
Hell yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you, buddy. What's
man?
up?
Not much, man.
How you feeling back there on the couch listening to Johnny talk his shit?
You guys talk about some weird shit. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
we do. That's what's up. And I feel like he's trying to keep it toned down. Like, are we on a speaker? Can you just hear us coming out of the computer, or
he's
like
just
what?
through the headphones that he's listening.
Oh, you were listening the whole time. Okay, that's how. I thought he was listening to some other shit.
I
but
thought
no,
you were
can
trying
hear
to
us the
avoid
whole time.
hearing us, but he can hear us the whole
I
time.
thought the same thing. You were
Bro,
purposely
I
trying
wouldn't
to
let
listen to
nobody
us.
come on my feet. That's all.
Neither would I,
You
bro.
don't need a shitload of money though. If you did, I mean, Johnny, you heard Johnny. Johnny said yes. That he was a go. He was like, all right, it's on now. Especially he's got a kid. He needs that future foundation
If I was
money.
down bad, I wouldn't do that, man.
Nah,
I mean,
I'm right there with you, bro.
$250 million,
These guys
bro.
are
What
wildin'.
does it matter? What does it matter? You're gonna wash it off. You're gonna move on with your life, and you're gonna have $250 fucking million dollars,
You'll
right?
always remember.
Yeah. Okay. You'll remember.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yo, cause see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta think about it like that, dog. Like, yeah, sure. Is it ideal? No. Do I want to wake up and just, oh, hey, it's time for me to jerk off on your feet? Absolutely not, bro. I want to live my life. But like, if the opportunity was presented, I can't pass up that paper,
Bro,
Nah, you're right. I wouldn't pass that up either.
right? That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
the hood in me is what's stopping
The
me
hood
from
in
just
you is
saying
gonna
yes.
hold you back forever, son. You gotta get
guess.
rid of that hood. I
mean,
love
if
the
it's
hood.
keeping people
I love the hood.
from nutting on my feet,
It's
I guess
not.
I'm gonna hold on to that
It's
part of
not.
of the hood.
It's not. They still
got a
want to
question
nut
for you,
regardless. Yo,
All
what's
right,
up?
Go
buddy?
ahead.
So you know Lana Rhodes, right?
I do know Lana Rhodes.
Yes.
Who's the father?
Oh,
I
NBA
think
player.
it's
So
Durant.
porn star
Yeah,
claims
yeah.
that.
She
okay.
claims
Oh,
that
yeah,
she's.
yeah,
Yeah. I heard of this.
It's definitely. I feel like it's an African American basketball player.
I mean, that's
Because that's 95% of them. I like
You
the
said you think
Durant.
it's Durant?
Honestly, that was the first one. That was the first one that came to my mind was Durant. Honestly,
because didn't she put out there that didn't she give some sort of hint that it started with like certain letters and or something like that? Like she put out some like certain little hints out there.
Yeah, like a zodiac sign,
Ah,
and she put it out that it was a player on the Nets.
what was the zodiac sign? Is that Durant's sign?
Yeah, it was like the only person who had it was Durant. I forget.
Oh, if he's the only net that's that zodiac sign, bro, like
it's
she's straight.
He's the one who fell. Come on.
Oh man.
Oh, bro, she's got that bread now, though. She just got to prove it so she can get that paper.
I think they're gonna hide it though forever.
I mean, as long and they don't have to necessarily go public with it, but
I don't think they'll hide it forever.
She has to get paid, right? Like he's got to know, like it's got to come out to the courts. He's gonna get served. It's gonna be.
There's I guess from
It's
one
gonna be
day
a whole
ago.
thing.
Not though.
Who's just smashing porn stars though with no Jimmy?
From
like
one
that?
day ago, there are a bunch
That's
of rumors.
crazy. That's crazy to me.
So yeah, obviously Kevin Durant is one of the rumors that's
course,
going around.
of course.
And then another one that popped up was actually Tristan Thompson.
Tristan, okay. What's his sign though? I need to know.
He's
I don't know what the
hitting
sign is.
everything, man.
Yeah. He's not even denying it.
Bro, that's what basketball player, any sports player, any professional athlete, you're rolling into new cities with chicks begging for it, bro. Like, do you know how many porn stars I would have knocked up had I been like a 6'3" point guard for some basketball team?
Yeah. Not only that, but if you,
I'd
if
have
you
Nick
think about
Cannon
it,
kids. I would have Nick Cannon kids, son.
if you think about it,
thinking about
however many women that they come across that they raw dog,
Yep.
right?
And they're raw dogging in different cities.
and they're
son.
raw dogging in different cities.
I like it, but that's
The
scary.
the safest one is probably going to be a porn star because she's actually
They are rigorously tested.
Exactly.
No, that's a solid point, bro. That is a solid point.
No, they
Fuck.
are always tested.
More so than your average bitch who,
Yeah.
baby, she goes to the clinic once every couple years.
Not even.
Nah, that's
she
disgusting.
ain't going to the clinic until something's itchy.
Until something's stinky or itchy, then she going.
Then that's when she goes.
Bro, that's a valid point. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
Nah.
But like they are rigorously
Yeah, they're
tested.
cream
Like
pieing that all day long.
and it's okay. Like that's guilt-free sex that they're having. All those porn stars too,
Sure.
like they know. But you will have those outbreaks, those HIV outbreaks, son, that will hit the
You're
porn
not wrong.
industry.
You're not wrong.
That's got to be terrifying because you thought you were all good. You're going at it. You're giving it your all, and then they're like, "Yo,
Bro,
you got to
when
come
you're
in. You
that
got to come in and
rich-
get tested."
When you're that rich, you just go to Magic and be like, yo,
oh, Magic's got the pills. He hooks you up with the two.
who's your doctor? Who's your doctor? Let me know.
Okay,
Good. I can
have
afford
him
it.
call my guy.
Yeah, have
And
your
then we
guy
get
call
on this
my
cocktail.
guy. We'll get on this cocktail.
Nah.
We're good.
They advertise that shit, like the HIV medicine. They're like, yeah, you be dancing and shit, living a good ass life, son. Like you show that shit in like '92 when motherfuckers were dying.
Yeah,
Every day.
You might have some anal leakage,
I'll take it.
a little bit of piss in your blood in your urine.
Piss in my urine, sure, it happens. I got mad piss in my urine right now. It's gross, son. It's gross.
Oh man.
Is Johnny shitting? What did he go? Yeah, no. When you get blood in there, somebody hit you in the kidneys pretty hard. That's one of the main ways to start pissing blood.
Johnny's gonna edit this episode and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
How'd you pull my man? We don't even need Johnny. He can sit on the motherfucking couch when he comes back, dog. You're the Johnny now.
Oh shit.
That's my uncle.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Johnny. You're Uncle Johnny.
Yeah.
Damn, that's your uncle?
Knew your uncle before
That's
you were
wild.
born. Or at least probably around the time you were born.
Yeah, when were you born? What's your birthday?
2004.
Oh,
2004.
see,
Yeah,
you knew
yeah,
him
yeah,
for
see?
a birthday.
I knew your uncle before you did.
I didn't know nobody.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Nice.
18, okay.
There you go.
Now I don't feel so bad.
I go to a prep school near this area. I go there for hockey. I'm a hockey player.
Oh, you're a hockey
Nice.
player.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wanna like hockey. I've always wanted to get into hockey. Like I'm a baseball guy, I'm a Yankees fan, and I'm a football guy, I'm a Packers fan. I always wanted that third sport. And I feel like hockey would fill that void for me.
Yeah.
But I can't get into it. Like
Yeah, I
I've
feel you.
tried to watch the
I
Sabres.
can watch it live.
I've tried to going to hockey games is amazing. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
loud
love
and
it.
there's fights and there's beers and it's a good time. But like to watch a hockey team, like I watch the Yankees like 140 games a year probably.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I need to
do it.
care about those guys. And I
Gotcha.
need to care about that team. And like I want to fuck with hockey like that. I want to
What
be a
about the
hockey guy.
Rangers?
I just don't give a shit. It's so hard to to like jump in. I didn't play hockey when I was a kid. Like I really don't have that connection where I played football, I played baseball. Like I watched it when I was growing up. Hockey just was not part of my Italian family.
what you wanna
Nobody-
do?
Nobody played hockey. You gonna be a hockey
Yeah,
player,
in
bro?
Buffalo, they breed us
Okay.
like that. So
Oh, it's in the blood. It's in the blood.
blood.
Oh, Uncle Johnny's there. Uncle Johnny's back. Oh, you
It looks like we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for guesting on Insensitive Culture.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
No, it's all good. We just had a
we had a
spoiler
guest.
nephew.
We had a guest on the show.
A little guest
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop
You're gonna have a good time editing this.
Facts.
All right, so we're gonna get into a
little
little
baby
bit of
emergency.
yeah, no, you're
All
good.
good?
You're good. No
All good.
worries. I know a little something about that, homie.
Just a little bit.
And just a little bit. I have 3 of them. All right. Hollywood. All right, so jumping into Hollywood, we don't really have too much going on right about
not a
now.
lot
I feel like with Hollywood news, it comes in like little bursts. And this past week has just been dead. We got like a big burst the week before, and then this past week is like they're holding on to it for something. But we know that Disney event is coming up Friday, and a lot of the news that has been coming out is Marvel related, or at least it has been. So, but we can still We can still figure it out. We're just gonna have a lot of shit to talk about next week, I'm sure.
That's okay.
But for right now, so one of the things that popped up is what's Yahya Abdul Mateen the second.
My boy.
I guess he is in. I guess he's in Aquaman 2.
Forgot he's the second.
Yes, I think right. He had to point out that there's
Right.
other.
Don't confuse him with
There's
the
another
first.
unfortunate person with this
Yeah.
long ass name. But no, Yahya Abdul Mateen II is starring in Aquaman 2, and apparently he called acting in movies like Aquaman clown work. Do you think that this is like another thing of Hollywood being salty when it comes to these types of movies, or do you think it was just his experience on this trash ass movie that I'm already calling it's going to be trash?
I think that's him being honest with the work that he's putting in. Because these scripts, these are not, I don't think, aside from your Tony Stark dying scenes, like this is not challenging material they're given. Like, and compared to even like what he did in Watchmen on HBO, he was Dr. Manhattan on Watchmen.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I don't feel like the MCU, DCEU comic book material is not clown work. Like I feel like though I don't act, I don't do any of that shit. Like I feel like I understand what he's saying. Like
There's more depth to the characters.
They give you these lines. They say, hey, go out here, nail these lines, do your job, get your check, go home. Maybe we'll be back for a few more movies. Like this is not passion work where he's probably like rehearsing these, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this isn't
Extremely
deep right. This isn't deep material. Like maybe clown work is a bit harsh for what he's doing and the money that he's probably getting paid to do it. But I understand the sentiment where this is not, there will be blood. Okay. Like this is Aquaman 2. So rein in those expectations.
I'm going to look up this article because part of this, the quote that I'm seeing here.
Apparently he clarified or attempted to clarify his work.
Sure. He backtracked.
But didn't really. He said that's no fun and instead tweeted a photo of himself on the way to filming the trial of the Chicago 7 with a clown nose on.
Because that was one of the quotes that he gave, right? That this isn't the trial of the Chicago 7, right? Like,
it's
yeah.
not the trial of Chicago 7. You got to get over yourself.
I think he just like the material isn't as serious. Like,
but what is... what did he mean by the you have to get over yourself?
Like your ego.
I don't know.
You can't be Daniel Day-Lewis. Like Christian Bale got over himself and he dove into the MCU and like took on this role that sure, maybe it wasn't as meaty. Maybe they cut it.
Oh, okay.
But like,
so I get on it. See, I took it differently. I took it like as if he was
that's just how I took it.
Of that in response to someone else or like the egos that are behind these roles or something, but he was talking he was referring to himself. Yeah.
He's
just kind of got to.
His literal quote is everything should be about getting to the truth, but sometimes you got to know which movie or genre you're in. Something like Aquaman, that's clown work. Aquaman is not the trial of Chicago 7. You got to get over yourself.
You got to get over yourself, and you need to just you need to just give into this role.
Yeah.
This isn't about you.
In order to
You're not getting awards.
And to do it well, you have to play that game and be crafty about when you want to surprise the audience, the director, yourself a little bit of, wow, I didn't expect to see a Chekhovian thing or August Wilson and Aquaman, but I did. I don't know what that last part meant, but basically he's like, yeah, I think what you're saying there, which is like, Aquaman is not the Chicago, trial of Chicago 7. Like, very different type of movies. You take yourself very seriously in one of those type of movies, right? In Aquaman, you got to be a little bit lighter with it. And to be fair, like in Aquaman, like his character of Mantis, right?
Yeah.
His character is kind of whack. I don't know if Aquaman 2 is any better, but what they did in the first one, I thought like his character was whack as fuck. Like I actually thought it was kind of a throwaway that they even put him in there. Like there was so many other things happening.
That's clown work, son.
I
That's
forgot
clown
he was
work.
I forgot he was in the first one.
Right, exactly. Well, because he was wearing a fucking giant helmet for 90% of his role.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I'm not
And
too
that's what
mad
he
at him
means.
for saying it. I'm not mad at him.
It could have been
the
said better.
headlines-
I feel like it.
Yeah, I think the quote generates headlines. I don't think.
Yeah.
you probably should compare your job to clown work.
Clown work. That's dick, dude.
But I
It's
understand.
like
I
what it
understand
is,
what
you
he
know?
means, and
Sure.
now with proper context, I guess I'm understanding it better, and I don't think about it as harshly as probably how they're trying to make it seem. Like he's just saying that you sometimes you don't have to. You always want to be Denzel. In every role, you want to kill it. You want to bring it like your Denzels, like your top tier actors. And sometimes you just got to survive and know what you're playing in. And you just got to stop playing. You just got to be that. You just got to play that role. Sometimes you just got to stop.
You're Denzel in the Magnificent Seven.
Right. Yep.
They can't all be Training Day, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just got to put the makeup on, do, get your check to survive, and keep moving. Keep yourself relevant.
Clown work pays the bills.
Clown work.
Facts.
That's literally that's funny because that's literally the first comment on this article. It pays the bills with clown work.
Facts. That's
Yeah.
facts.
I
I feel like what I do
saw-
is clown work. Like there's no.
Well, I mean,
I'm not
yeah.
expending myself every day. Like this is repetition.
I saw a couple things about like the state of Hollywood now.
Clowns
and
are
how
real
things
actors, man.
change.
Clowns put work in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give props to Bozo. Bozo was
He's just
that
the most
homie,
famous
son.
clown.
Yeah, I watched the Bozo show.
You know
when
there
I
were
was a
multiple
kid.
people that played Bozo.
I only know one Bozo, son. And that's Bozo.
Right.
There's more than one bozo.
Yeah, there was
real?
multiple. There were multiple people who played
I
Bozo.
know, homie
throughout
the clown.
Homie the clown.
There's only one homie the clown.
Homie don't play that.
And he
Homie
don't play that. But yeah, no, I saw a number of things. As to the same, I remember your reference. You were the one who said, unpopular opinion. I haven't found Jim Carrey funny since In Living Color. People are like,
Since In
what the
Living
fuck
Color.
is? Yeah, In Living Color is an old ass show.
That's like the first
I
thing
know.
he ever did.
Yeah.
That's the only Jim Carrey thing you found funny.
That is. He only
All right,
had
so-
one character on the whole show.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah, I think that was his only character. Can't remember anything else.
Nah, I
Carrey
remember-
did on the show.
I remember he played like a steroid female like bodybuilder.
Oh yes, he did. Yeah, it was funny at the time.
That
but
just
again,
goes
I was
to
like
Quest's
13
point.
years old.
It's,
It was hilarious when I was 13.
Pun intended. But do you think handyman would fly now?
Hell no.
No.
Hell
No, he
no.
would not.
He would not fly or fly.
Oh man, you look back at that specific character and think like, holy shit, how did they get away with that?
Yeah. No, there's a lot. There's. I mean, there's. Yeah. Not even. You don't even gotta go that far back if you find some shit
Right.
that you're like, how the fuck? I was laughing at this 5 years ago.
Different times, bro. They'll
Yeah,
never know.
man.
Your 18-year-old nephew back there doesn't know what true comedy is. Everything will be removed off of YouTube and scrubbed from reality.
Right.
That's crazy. All right. So last week we talked about the fact that it's rumored that Dan Lin was taking over DC Films and as the TV chief role for DC Films to keep everything in line.
Lego
And
guy,
it
right?
looks like, yep, he's. But it looks like that is now definitely not going to happen. So he will not take DC Films and TV chief role at Warner Brothers. So
was it his choice or?
I don't believe it says Dan Lin, who has been in talks to take. I guess he was in talks, and he's not taking the. It just says he isn't taking the job.
he's not
after.
That
taking
sounds
it.
like his
Yeah,
choice. Yeah,
his
that
choice,
sounds-
yeah.
That's
yeah.
yep.
So
So it sounds like he's a smart guy and says, you know what? I don't want all this bullshit on my shoulders because it's probably going to shit the bed.
Yeah.
I don't want all that heat on me. Because the
Sounds
article
like
goes
mad
on.
heat, Yeah.
Yeah.
The article goes on to say like how Kevin Feige, he's known as the head of Marvel, and you thought that he started this whole thing with the beginning stages of what we know now as the MCU, but he was attached to Spider-Man. He was attached to like all the early on comic book movies, and was just a background name. And when they gave it to him, I mean, he's been attached all along. The X-Men movies, everything that had to do with Marvel from the beginning.
We're talking like from like the 90s and the 2000s,
and it wasn't until the MCU came around with Iron Man where they gave him the go ahead to.
So he had a foundation at
everything.
least. He was around. He saw what was working, maybe what wasn't. He was probably taking mental notes. Like he was preparing. He wanted that role. I think Justin Lin, they're like, hey, we have this 10-year plan. You wanna be the guy? And he's like, oh, maybe,
Right.
sure. Like, who can say yes or no to that on the spot? And then the more he thought about it, he shit the bed.
When Iron Man first came out, the studio hadn't been purchased by Disney yet, right? Like they were just establishing themselves as an independent studio at that time.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I want to say the Marvel or the Disney Marvel merger wasn't that long ago.
I was going to say, it feels way more recent than that, like 2014 or 15, like something like that, like more mid-2000s.
2009.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that was a year after Iron Man then, because Iron Man was 2008, right?
I believe so, 2008,
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. anyway.
Oh.
Okay. So they got on board early, but still, like, nobody made a big deal about it. Like, I feel like that wasn't
because there was Marvel Films and then there was Marvel Studios.
Right.
But they
Marvel
really
Studios
didn't.
is what started everything.
Yeah, I don't think. I guess Marvel Studios did Daredevil and Elektra and Fantastic Four.
I believe it.
Like
They're all
early
Marvel properties.
But I feel
They're all
like
Marvel.
I remember them as like you could tell the difference, like when the opening credit would come up and it would just say Marvel, or it would say like in association with Marvel.
I don't remember.
And then they started
anything.
doing like Marvel Studios in the intro, and then I was like, oh, this is different. Like this is.
Yeah, so I think with the Marvel Studios in the intro is when they already had a plan to put things together.
It's
like
kind of
they
like when
figured
Pixar
like all
was
of these
out.
should intersect.
Like remember Pixar? They dropped Toy Story and Monsters Inc. and there was something else in between there. But they had like 3 or 4 movies that were Pixar, but they were distributed by Disney. But it was still Pixar Studios was making the whole fucking thing. And it was just really Disney handling the marketing and the distribution until Disney decided to purchase and own the Pixar studio. And then now Disney has a little bit more, I guess, influence on the projects and more production rights, etc.
Sure.
But yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, well, I mean, again, I don't think these things started like we had all the smaller movies where they weren't connecting, so it was just like let's produce a franchise, just based off of this one film. I don't think they really planned on anything in the future, and then Marvel Studios was like, hey, this is going to be the beginning of when we start to release all of these movies, and they're all going to connect, they're all going to intersect, and then that's how we're going to move forward. I think it was just I think that's the major thought there. But coming off of, I wanted to talk about this anyway, so it's possibly a good segue. So She-Hulk came out, and I'm just going to do it now because we're going to talk freely.
Spoiler alert.
As far as
Spoiler alert.
I know I didn't. I did the wrong one again. But yeah, spoiler alert for anyone who doesn't know. We're just gonna be able to talk freely about this stuff. Is whatever. But if you don't want to hear about it, then you might want to skip forward or something. But either way, I've been hearing a lot of for a while now. There's been a lot of rumbling. Obviously, fans, you can't please every fucking fan. But people are really, really upset with the MCU nowadays, claiming like, "Yo, since Endgame, the MCU has gone downhill." Now, again, I can't say that about everything because we've gotten our Lokis, we've gotten our good shows in the mix there, but these newer ones is where they're like hit or miss. And I can admit that before, when it was like, "Yo, some Marvel shit is coming out." Like, yo, we definitely got to watch it. It's going to be fire. Absolutely fire. Nowadays, we're just like, I hope this is fire. And we're already sucked in. We're already sucked in. So we're going to watch it and we're going to do it. And then as we watch it, it's just like, I really liked it up to this point, and then it just kind of falls off. So, with She-Hulk, I was really digging the first episode. I guess and now I'm with this thing with certain Marvel properties where I'm like, okay, at some point, I don't know. Even if I don't care about it, I'm gonna keep watching it. I'm gonna get through it, and then the things that I like about it, that's what I'm gonna focus on, and the things that I don't like about it, like fuck it, it just exists. Whereas other people are really hanging on to the shit that they don't fucking like about it. Yeah, like She-Hulk twerking and shit like that. I know, Johnny, you're not a huge fan of She-Hulk, but you really like Miss Marvel. Well, like you said, like there's really no substance to this character.
That's what it is. There's just no. I mean, I won't say there's no substance to the character. There's nothing in the story of the show.
Okay.
Like the story doesn't have a long running arc. Like, especially this is a 9-episode series. It's the longest, I think, of all the MCU Disney Plus shows. And we're 3 episodes in, and I don't give a shit. Like, there's nothing that I'm like, I gotta watch next week because I gotta know what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows what's gonna happen next week? Like,
it's like episode by episode is just taking it episode by episode.
It's very like Law and Order, Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal, my man, call that Ally McBeal.
Dancing baby.
That's how
about
I
to pop
feel
out.
when I watch it. Like, it's a law show that's kind of goofy. That's every week is a different story.
It's like Boston Legal in this bitch.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
This is whatever.
Yeah,
I hope that the character of She-Hulk plays a bigger role in the MCU moving forward. Obviously, we know that we're expecting Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, to show up
at some
point in the series, and that will have some larger impact to the overall.
Well, they
MCU,
came out and said that Daredevil is not going to be a cameo.
It's not a cameo. He's
more of a role.
He's going to have a specific role probably, but I don't know if it's going to be just one episode that he's the supporting character for the whole episode, which again, is going to lead into the
Probably
Daredevil
be the
Reborn shit or whatever. But regardless, I mean, I'm not upset at the show. Like, I don't think the show is ass. I don't think it's a symbol on all of MCU stuff. I just think this is very different than anything else that they've done. But apparently, as the hoodie says, I'm a casual nerd, so I don't know shit about the comic books. And apparently, this is very spot on to the comic books.
And that's where I land in it. And I think that's why I don't get bent out of shape when it comes to the MCU, is I don't know this character from a fucking hole in the wall. Like, I know nothing about this character. And from what I can tell, it is very spot on to the comic book. And because I'm not a fan of the comic book, I can't say this is like I don't find it completely trash like you said, but I'm not. The only reason why I'm running to it, like to watch it, is because I don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah.
If something good does happen.
FOMO.
Right.
Yeah, but
We have FOMO.
exactly. I just don't want to miss out on something.
The one we don't watch is where something fucking wild happens, and it's like, oh shit, you missed this, and it gets spoiled for you on Twitter or some bullshit. Like, it's not worth it.
I am still very hopeful. I know my boys; they're not very. They just keep bashing it, but that's like with the rest of the world. There's a lot of people out there. It's like you either like it or you don't. But I think that they're trying shit out, right, with these new shows, especially because the show thing was something that was sprung onto them by Disney. When Disney came out with Disney Plus, they told them, hey, you need to come out with some series that we're going to throw onto this subscription, this streaming platform that we have. And you need to come up with that. And then they had to interweave all that shit. So like right now, the content that we're getting were things that they had to weave into there, make it work. And it can't be the same regurgitated shit. Every single show is going to be the same type of shit. No, they have to have different feelings. They have to have different, direction styles. They have to feel like different shows, and I think that that's what they're doing, and not all of it is hitting, but I think at some point, at least I'm this is me being a hopeful fan, a hopeful casual nerd fan, I'm hoping that at some point they figure out a way for them to work together and for it to actually work, and then we're gonna get something that is reminiscent of the MCU that we once had. But with different directors, different styles, different all of that, we are going to have different shows that cater to different things that are going on in the world, man. I'm sorry, but nowadays if you haven't looked, everything in the world right now is all about inclusion. It's all about, diversity. It's all about all of those things. And I think the people that are screaming the loudest are the people that don't want to see inclusion, diversity, and they want shit to stay the same, the very masculine machismo way of living and showing everything is like, you know what I mean? Like that just feels like those are the people that are screaming the hardest or the loudest. But shit is going to change, I guess. But again, I'm very hopeful that even though I'm not a fan of everything that they've been putting out, and things could be better, I think that this is just a phase where they're figuring out what is working, what doesn't work, and then the shit that does work, they're going to put together, and we are going to get some things in here that will blow our fucking minds again.
That's the same shit I've been saying since Wanda. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, this is going to mean something. This is.
Well, Wanda did.
I feel like Wanda did.
We knew at the time that Wanda was way more important.
Yeah.
To multiverse.
And I think
people had a fucking
what
problem
sucks.
with that too.
We had that feeling though that like they gave us Wanda, and Wanda was an important show after that phase had ended. Like that was the first little bit that we got. And now when we get a show that's not as important as Wanda, that doesn't affect the universe or at least as directly as we want to see it, we're up in arms because this, this isn't advancing
probably
the phase.
Only one that has had as much impact.
Yeah, for
MCU.
sure. And it was the first one, and everyone after that were like, okay, yeah, no, this is gonna affect it, guys. Just watch, just hold on.
It wasn't supposed to be.
We're all holding on.
I think it was just the first one that was done because it was supposed to be the third of the three. They had the three that they had announced, which was Loki, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and WandaVision. WandaVision was supposed to be the third one released, and it was supposed to be released like literally months before Multiverse of Madness was released, if I recall correctly from the original timeline.
So it should have been bang.
And everything, the pandemic fucked all that up.
Yeah.
And so we got WandaVision like first. Got us hype on Disney Plus shows.
Mad hype. That's the way to do it. They did it right. They did it right,
Wiki wacky after that.
Because they made us think that everything's going to fucking
Loki
matter
has had
every
any
fucking
impact.
episode.
Not
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
it will. Like it
It will.
100%
I'm
will.
guessing in Quantumania, right?
Quantumania, anything that has to do any movies I think that had
with
to
the
do with the previous,
multiverse or any
well,
sort of.
I think any ones that had to do with the previous timeline, or like with Endgame and all that. So I'm assuming, absolutely yes, Quantumania, but I think Quantumania puts everything together. But I also think maybe Guardians of the Galaxy has to do with some shit that's going to do with that. There's going to be little things, but what we also are trying to do before we get to that is introduce the new Avengers, because we are going to have a whole new team that's going to fight these bigger. Yeah, well, yeah, the Young Avengers, yes. But I'm just saying, like the new team that they're putting together to be the Avengers. Because it's not, they have to introduce all of them. We got Shang-Chi, and that was a great movie. People forget that we get like these little bursts of good content because we're just throwing so much MCU shit that, it's kind of being overshadowed. But we still haven't seen Shang-Chi come back into the MCU when he left with Wong.
Right.
We haven't seen any of that.
Yeah.
But it all has to come together at some point. So we'll see. Yeah, and when all that starts to hit, I think that's when it gets good. We forget the original Thor. The first Captain America to me was cool because it was Captain America, but it wasn't my favorite.
Right.
I wasn't overly thrilled about it.
Nah.
No. The first Captain America was not that great. I mean, in comparison to what we had been getting up until that point.
It wasn't until
we already knew that Avengers was coming.
Right.
It wasn't until Avengers came, and then we got Civil War, and we got all of those other ones.
Right.
Right.
I'll deal with this. Even the first Thor, it was like, okay, cool. I'll deal with this because I know that they're working on something that should be kind of cool if they mix all of these movies together into one. Like, that's cool.
And it's
like
the same with these shows, right?
Well,
like,
but that's
what we're
my
all
point.
working through all
That
these
is-
shows because
that
we
is my
know
point.
it's going to pay off.
Well, that is my
I don't know if Moon
exact
Knight is
point.
showing up in anything, but
He will.
Yeah,
I
he
hope so.
will. He mixes in with Blade and stuff. I guess in the comics. So all of that. But either way, that was exactly my point. We tend to forget the time when shit was building up, and we got some decent movies, and it was hit or miss or whatever. But you didn't really put too much on these movies and these characters. And then when that one where they all came together and that shit fucked, that's when everybody was super excited. And then when they kept mashing them together in all of these movies and it was like something greater, but the introductory movies weren't that great. Even the Incredible Hulk.
It's like my boy Yaya says, it's clown work for a while.
Yeah,
you
for a
get
little while.
you get a
Iron
lot
Man
of
was the
clown
on
work.
fire
Like,
movie.
But
you
now
have
but
fire,
now
and then
we've
you have
gotten
clown
to the
work.
point where we saw the extent of what that was. Right? And we completely forget of everything that led up to that point.
This motherfucker lost his bladder.
Nah, it's probably some family stuff.
Ah, shit.
But that's my thing is we're forgetting the beginning stages when it's all they're trying to figure it all out.
I allow for that.
I know, but I'm just saying,
I know,
like,
the average
people,
fan
the,
does
the
not.
average
like
fan
it,
just has forgotten what it took to get to Endgame.
They need to
and
be
all they
Endgame
focus
after
on is
Endgame after
yeah.
Endgame, and if it's not Endgame, it's trash, right? And
Yeah,
that's
or
not,
like Civil War, or like
Right.
all of those great movies.
can't be all Ragnarok.
but
like,
it got there. It had to get there.
It has to get there. It has,
has
to
to
build.
get there.
You need to build the characters, the story, all that stuff needs to get there. And that's what this She-Hulk is. We watched Meg Thee Stallion and She-Hulk twerk because that's going to get us somewhere, I like to think, right? Like,
That's what's keeping me watching it.
Yeah.
And I don't like to talk too much shit. But yeah, no, everything that has been coming out is not great stuff. I think they're really rushing through character development.
and this is the only Marvel that we have right now. So, like,
Yeah.
we're going to eat it up.
I mean, I am.
Same.
Some people are falling off.
I mean, I'm
People
not
that are falling off.
on, when the night that it airs, I'm not there at the time that it launches or anything like that. But like, I'm ready to fuck with
you're
it.
there
Like,
opening weekend.
I know that it's I mean, I know that it's there. I know we gotta watch it. Like I know I'm pumped to watch it. Like I'm not bummed to be like, oh shit, I gotta watch this week's episode of She-Hulk. Like I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's go. Like
let's
trying
watch this.
to get the best out of it.
Sure. But yeah, to those people out there that aren't happy with the content, I mean, you might be right and justified in how you feel. But at the same time, man, you got to remember the days when the MCU was building up and you didn't know where it was going. You had nothing to compare it to. So at the time, it was
whatever.
Great stuff to you. It was great work. Now we compare it to the pinnacle of that first 10 years, right? To what it all culminated to. And now we're comparing it to the best part of that. And we forget about the stuff that was very low level.
Your Thor 2s.
Yeah, exactly. Thor 1, Thor 2. Yeah. So I don't know. Be patient. If not, I mean, don't. I don't care.
Yeah, or just
Whatever.
don't watch
But
it at all and just shut the fuck up.
I'm just a fan of movies
That works
anyway.
too.
I'm just a fan of movies anyway, so I'm sticking it out and and I'm hoping that it's gonna be better.
So She-Hulk, real quick, she's like a lawyer for people with superpowers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Correct?
That's strange. Yeah.
So does Meg the Stallion have superpowers?
No.
In that
So
you're like, why was she helping
Why
Meg
did she
the
sign
Stallion?
her on as a client?
Yeah,
Who the
yeah.
fuck knows? Because it was
who
funny.
knows?
I mean, it
it
was.
was cool.
I laughed, and I knew, my girl laughed. She loves Meg the Stallion. That's her chick. Like, it was a funny little thing, but like, does it mean anything?
No,
is there any sort
I was
of?
telling Johnny, I think She-Hulk is catering to that 20 something year old fan base, female fan base, the MCU.
They're trying to grab everybody up before these movies
Yeah.
start hitting. They're just like, let's
They're
reel in everyone.
They're just
we
fucking
can.
around with different genres. They're trying to grasp at different things.
So just
Yeah,
Meg the Stallion, no powers, no nothing. She's just Meg the Stallion.
I guess.
I didn't see anything that would.
Yeah, no, and
think
she didn't.
that
She
she
did not
does.
look
Either that, or she
powerful,
just,
yeah.
or she
Unless
just
turns into a
accepted it.
stallion.
Oh.
Or I think it was just a thing where she was just like, "Oh, you're Meg the Stallion. Hell yeah, I represent you.
Hell yeah, I got you.
I'll take that on my own time."
Yeah, because she basically played herself. Like
Yeah.
She played herself. You're damn right she did. You're damn right, Johnny.
All right, so I don't really have much else, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on it because it currently has
I have high hopes, but not really.
for the
the
MCU.
show. Well, for
for
the
She-Hulk.
MCU, I definitely have high hopes.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
no, he hasn't given
I'm
up
not
on
down
the MCU.
because of one motherfucking show. Like,
He's just like, yo, where's this going?
that's just. I started rewatching Miss Marvel again because Joyce didn't see it with me. I saw it by myself.
Damn.
She
So I was
enjoying
like-
it like you did.
And she is. The
Oh,
first
yeah,
episode,
she
she was
definitely
like,
is.
"This is a much better show." Like, it's
Then what?
mostly
A
because
much better
of,
show than what?
She-Hulk.
Then okay.
And specifically,
and like-
because
like
there's a story. She's like, there's
Yeah.
a whole story here that I want to see
culture.
the next episode. And part of that, there's definitely that that adds to it. The fact that there's some sort of cultural aspect and just learning something new. But that's a minor subplot. It's really just about, I think, the main two things that that make Miss Marvel a good show is there's the mother-daughter relationship, and that's a huge point. Is just a child-parent thing and how they're going through that, and then there's the teenage aspect. I think I mentioned this in our group chat where I was like, I feel like Miss Marvel is a modern Spider-Man. It has all the same things of Spider-Man, except it's a female character instead of a male character. It's a teenager in high school. They have problems with their adult supervisors, and they randomly get superpowers, and they're trying to understand how to manage that and deal with that. And then they add in on top of that the cultural aspect and the history of being Pakistani and Muslim and what all of that means in the modern day. And that just adds to it. Plus they add these, what you think might be big bads as you're watching it, and you think there's this giant evil, but there's still something kind of that they're trying to battle. I don't think that they wrapped up Miss Marvel that great, but it wasn't terrible. But either way, I was still into the show. Like I wanted to watch the next episode. Like I said earlier, like She-Hulk is like, whatever, I'll watch it because it's part of the MCU. But
Right.
the story is whack as fuck. Like there's just nothing there for me.
Yeah. No, I feel you there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that at least the Daredevil aspect to it does what the Mando episodes did for
That'd be dope.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it just adds another element to it that gives
credibility.
some sort of substance, something that lets us know that Daredevil would be okay.
I would actually totally approve if they did it exactly like Mando and just gave us an entire episode of Daredevil in the
or
middle
like
of
3
She-Hulk.
episodes of Daredevil at the end. Just
That'd be
finish
great.
off She-Hulk with Daredevil. Yeah.
That would be perfect.
But
Yes,
then again,
please.
there's 18 motherfucking episodes of Daredevil Born Again, so I don't know. We need that
Bring
much
'em.
Daredevil
Bring 'em.
content.
Yeah, bring them. I want
Bring
them.
'em.
As long as it's good. As
We
long
thought
as
we'd never get Daredevil again. Bring every motherfucking episode you can give us.
as long as we do not sacrifice the things that we that we came to love from it originally. All right, so getting off of the MCU, real quick, I wanted, since we've all seen it, and right now it's on Rotten Tomatoes with an 82% tomato meter based on reviews, but 68% audience score. I wanted to talk to you
read
about
those
Nope.
again? One more time. Nope.
Yep. 82% tomato meter
Yep.
based off of reviews.
Yep.
And 68% based off of audience score.
Mm.
I mean, the major difference there are reviews, 408 reviews,
Yeah.
5,000
that's a lot of
plus
reviews.
audience.
For the audience, yeah.
Yeah, 5,000 plus audience.
That has to be taken into effect for the audience for sure.
Sure. But more so, I just wanted to see what y'all thought of the movie.
I mean,
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the movie, but when I just saw the trailers, I clowned it all the time. Just because like the trailers didn't give up shit. I didn't know what was going on. It seemed just weird to me. I couldn't make sense of it. I still clowned
like
it.
that. You want more in the trailer?
I want to know what the fuck I'm going to go watch. Yes. I would like to know what I'm going to pay money to sit down and sit in the
Jordan
theater for
Peele.
2
It's like,
hours.
I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, he had,
Don't give me too
what was
much. I know
that?
you're
Get
trying to
Out.
surprise me.
He had Get Out, and that was great. And that was the only one I give props to aside from Key and Peele. So like he had a little bit of cred with me.
He's only had
This is his
3.
third movie, yeah. This is third.
And I
Us
never
wasn't great.
saw Us.
Us wasn't-
Us
and
was
I-
all right. It was all
Hey,
right.
Us wasn't a bad movie. It just with the
It wasn't Get Out.
It wasn't
Right.
Get Out.
And I got
Correct.
that vibe. Just like based on the trust, like this is not going to be what I'm hoping. I'm not going to fuck. And I haven't watched it yet. But this, it intrigued me enough because like I said, I clowned the trailer. I was like, and then I needed to know what the fuck it really was about because I was sick of just talking shit about it. Like it was time to watch it and be like, okay, this is shitty or it's good. And I was wrong. And it was good, dude. I fucked with it, dude.
I'd still tell you to watch Us.
I
So,
will. I'll
really,
watch Us at some point.
It's
Really,
a good
what
movie. It just
what I'm
wasn't
noticing-
like the surprising
Right.
twist. That
Yeah.
you gotta get
The
out.
twist wasn't like crazy, but what I'm noticing with Jordan Peele is he's very much, even though yes, he's the host of Twilight Zone, his movies are very Twilight Zone-ish.
100%.
Yeah.
That's
there's-
his vibe.
Right.
And I like that.
And I like
That's kind of why I even wanted to watch Nope because I knew like even though I knew I didn't know what the fuck was going on, like there was some wild shit going on. Like I even though I couldn't tell you what it was, like I knew I would watch it and be like, "Whoa, fucked up." And it was exactly like that when I watched it. Like I kind of want to go and watch it again, just like having already seen it and just sort of pick up some shit because there's always some wild Jordan Peele shit that he has in his movies, like any of the shit with Get Out. There was all kinds of
I'm sure there's
hidden meanings and all
yeah.
kinds of wild shit. And like, I like that kind of shit, dude. Like that. Not that it impresses me, but like if you can make a good movie and throw some wild, twists and cool shit in there to like freak the audience out, dope.
Yeah.
And he does it, dude. Like he does a really good job of it. And the movie went in a different direction than I thought it was going to go. Like me and you both talked about it. We thought it was going to be sort of like a Signs, alien invasion
I love
type
that
of
he
movie.
threw in little things that made you feel
and he did.
like
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the kids dressed up as aliens.
Yeah.
And like giving you that little freaky feeling.
That was
like,
probably the
oh,
freakiest
shit.
part of the whole movie.
And you
Yeah.
and you bought
Not to
every
lie.
second of it
Yes.
because it was a Jordan Peele movie. You're like, oh yeah, this is plausible. What's happening? Like,
Right.
not a part of me for a split second watching those little fucking alien dudes creep down the hallway and peek his fucking alien
Yeah.
head around the bro.
They were so good.
Ash, dude, me and Ash were watching this movie and like I grabbed her arm and like I'm holding her arm as this fucking alien's peeking, and I was losing it, bro. I was blown away by how much it flipped my expectations. Because like I think that probably in retrospect was the point of the trailer that doesn't give shit away. Like you don't really have expectations, or you have these very simple ideas of what you think you're about to see, and knowing Jordan Peele, it wasn't that at all.
And that's exactly what I love from it, because I remember watching an interview with him and he was saying like, this movie is literally that. Like, I want people to watch this movie, and that feeling that you get when you watch a movie and you start to see like a little bit of like the shadow in the background, and you just go, oh, nope. I'm not, nope, I'm not fucking with that. So that was actually my favorite part too, with the aliens and shit. As soon as he saw them moving, he literally said, nope.
That his character, said it.
nope.
He was like, "Oh, nope." He grabbed his phone. He's
backing up.
He's backing up. Yeah. And that was the vibe that I also, when I saw the first trailer, that was the vibe that I was expecting. I was like, "Oh, it's called Nope because whatever the fuck happens, you're like, nope, I don't want no part of that.
it.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with that."
So me lately, I've been on my no trailer, least amount of spoilers as possible. So once I saw that first very teasy teaser trailer, I was like, I don't want to watch anything else because I don't want to know what the fuck this movie is about. They pulled so much away, and they call it Nope. That whatever it's about, I'm sure it seems to have something to do with aliens. And that's fine. I did like the kind of switch to being literally a flying alien and not a flying spaceship.
It was like a predator.
Yeah, it was like a predator type thing. That was different. I can appreciate just a different approach to alien invasion movie. There was times where I was just looking at it and I was like, well, they did this on purpose, and it's very like weird. The actual alien itself was weird. Mm-hmm. Like where there was times where it looked like a rigid structure, and other times where it like flowed in the wind, and then obviously at the end when he like fully became its largest self, and then he had the weird ass square mouth thing. I was like, who the fuck designed this? Like, this is such a weird ass looking alien. It was cool. It wasn't as freaky or frightening as either of the other two movies, but again, I think to Walk's point, it's still very Twilight Zone-esque. The whole concept, because Twilight Zone wasn't always scary. Sometimes it was like it made you think. Sometimes it just freaked you out. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that would happen. It's kind of like very similar to Black Mirror, right? It's not you're not always scared or mind blown. Sometimes it's just thought provoking, and I can appreciate that about Monkey Paw Productions.
I love it. The woman in the trailer, I remember the woman who got her face ripped off by Gordy.
Yeah, the monkey kid, the Gordy scene. We got to talk about
Gordy.
the Gordy.
But in the trailer,
That
when
was
they
dope.
showed her face like half ripped off, I was like, oh, what? Well, like what?
What's
like,
the story there?
What's
Like,
what the fuck is that about?
I
And
need
it
now.
turned
I
out-
need
yeah. And
I
that
wish there
in
was
itself
more
is crazy.
story there, honestly.
More Gordy story.
I thought there was, I wish there was more Gordy stuff. Because it was just like, the movie literally starts off with the Gordy thing, and then it just cuts. And then they just kind of tease it a little bit later, and then they show it, and then his character is not even like that important to the whole thing. What's the dude's name that plays Glenn? Steve
forgot his name.
Ewan? Steve
Yeah,
Ewan?
yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
Steve
that?
Ewan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even that important to the whole fucking show, to the whole
He's
movie.
not. No.
And so I'm sure when I saw the what's that shit that I sent y'all, the Honest trailer, they talked a little bit about how much that character plays and what kind of the Gordy part plays to. It's like some sort of subtext about Hollywood and all this shit, but I'm not involved in the movie industry enough to understand.
They also say like aside from like that subtext, I read that like the Gordy thing, like when he was under the table as a kid, because he didn't look Gordy in the eye, Gordy didn't come and fucking kill him, and that was obviously why that alien thing was coming and killing you, was only killing the people that you looked in the eye.
Oh, okay.
So there was a whole other like Gordy
didn't even peep
subtext
that.
I'll send you the article because I read a bunch. Because like I said, after I watched the movie, I Googled to see whether the Gordy story was like a real thing or not, and then I stumbled upon these articles that talked about, because people were like, why did they need to include this? This was violent, it was stupid, like it was unnecessary, and then they dove into why that needed to be, or at least why Jordan Peele felt it needed to be in the movie. And after reading it, I mean, I totally got it. I agreed with it, but like it made sense, more sense than just like some crazy terrorizing monkey in the middle of this alien movie.
Yeah.
Like it makes a little more sense.
Obviously, Steve's character didn't get that message either, because he invited a whole crowd of people to fucking stare at it, look at it in the eye,
Literally stare it in the eye. Yeah.
and they were all found screaming from that.
He was profiting off of that alien creature, like the creators of Gordy were profiting off of that monkey who was murdering.
Yeah.
Like that's the alien and the Gordy, they're like the same, at least from what I read. This is not
Sure.
by
Yeah,
any
no, it
means,
makes
but
sense.
like
It
just
makes sense.
I'm trying to make sense out of the weird shit that people were like, what the fuck does this like do? Because like I was wondering the same things. I was like, why is this here? What is this doing? And then in context, at least in that context, it made a little bit more sense as to why that character was even there to begin with.
Right.
Because like without that whole Gordy, and like it still would have been a decent thriller horror movie, but like that piece of it, I feel like was just a little bonus on the top. Like, it was
that
nice.
makes sense. That makes a lot
And
of sense.
I loved those parts too. That Gordy shit was intense.
Yeah. What I don't get is like there was a lot of we can cut this if it's unnecessary, but there was a lot of like talk when the movie first came out in theaters about like Keke Palmer and how like of an amazing job she did, and man, Keke Palmer needs to get more roles, and then she like had this whole thing about how like she's been around for a minute, and people should why don't people respect her, like she's been doing movies for mad years. And there was like this whole like, I don't know if it was like just a Black Twitter thing, but there was this mad controversy about like some people praising her, and then like, but then there was like subtext to the praise, and then she had to come out and like defend herself, and I was reading all of that at the time, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe she plays like such an amazing character in this movie. Then I watched it and I'm like, she was good in it, but it wasn't like fucking amazing in this role that people need to be like giving her all this ridiculous amounts of praise. Like she should be a leading character and all this shit. I don't know. That was kind of like
I didn't.
Disappointing. If anything, that was the only disappointing part of the movie. That Keke Palmer's role was like normal. Like she did well.
That first monologue, though, she brought it. Like when she came to like save his ass when he didn't want to talk about like the safety stuff when he was on the set there. Like I was just hoping that somebody came and saved his ass because he was bombing, dude. And like she came in and just brought that energy.
I do a little
like,
singing on the side.
Yeah, dude. Like that piece, like that was the most impressive bit I think of Keke Palmer in that movie was just that very first monologue where she just brought it.
I think you just feel that because you have an affinity for these characters that just, you know what I mean?
I didn't have an affinity. The movie was like 10 minutes in at that point. I didn't have an affinity for any of these characters.
Not an affinity, but you can feel the tenseness that was.
I don't like tense. When that was and I think everybody felt that. You guys didn't feel that? Like you didn't want that to end? That was hard to watch. Like him fucking stuttering and shit through that like scene. Like it's I picture myself in that scene.
And
like,
that's what I was talking about.
Dude,
like
somebody come save me, and she came and saved his ass, and like it was her fucking job, bro.
Whereas, like for me, I didn't put much thought to it, I guess.
I was like, please, somebody come save this man right now.
Come
like
save this man,
this is hard to watch. Yeah, like
I can feel the tenseness.
It's fucking me up right now. So yeah, somebody come save him, and she did. She brought it, bro, and I was impressed. Like, but that was she peaked in that first scene that she had. I feel like that was it.
I'm not a huge Keke Palmer fan, but yeah, she's fine. I mean, she does exactly what she needs to do.
Yeah. She was adequate
she's
for
believable.
This film.
Yeah, she's believable in the role.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that her performance was much better than Daniel is it Kaluuya?
Kaluuya.
Huh?
Kaluuya.
Say that one more time, slower.
Kaluuya?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact, like I like his character because it just
he did well. He does well.
He does well in every. Yeah.
Is he the Kevin James of black
I don't
actors?
think so. No,
like I feel like he's always.
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say that.
All right, that's fair.
Like he plays himself every time. Yeah,
just chill.
I guess.
Have you seen what was the Black Panther movie?
Black Panther.
No. Not the Marvel Black Panther movie. Like the Black Panthers.
Yes.
I did see that. He was really good in that.
Yeah, he was good.
He was very good.
But he still wasn't too different from.
Right. I forgot he was actually in Black Panther.
That was gonna say. Oh, you mean Black Panther? What's that Iron Man movie that we've seen? Oh, Iron Man. That's right. That's what it was.
Go fuck yourself, Dave. All right, man. We ain't gotta spend too much time on here. Actually, that's all I got. Do you guys have anything to add to this stellar conversation?
Negatory,
good buddy. All right, so you know what that means.
Good buddy.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. If you have made it this far, that means you fuck with us and we fuck with you. So remember that if you made it this far and you love us this much and you haven't subscribed to the damn podcast, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Give us a 5-star rating and review us. Let us know how much you love us. Let us know how much you hate us. We don't give a fuck. Just let us know. Also, if you are watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Give us that thumbs up, and also let us know how you feel about the episode there as well. If you want to cop some merch, you want to stay fresh with something similar to what Johnny has there, the Casual Nerd.
I gotta get
hoodie.
One of those.
Stay drippy with Drippy. Go to insensitivemerch.com. Cop you some gear. Rep us out in the streets and tell all of your friends and family about us.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Stay tuned. We have a lot more things that we are going to be bringing out in the near future.
We'll talk
a lot
about
more
House
things
of the
we're going to
Dragon.
discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do need to talk about House of the Dragon.
We'll get there.
We need to do that. But we just have a lot more things that we want
coming out
to
soon.
bring out.
We'll talk about that.
We're gonna talk about Barry season 3 next week, so be ready for that.
Talk about Barry.
Oh man, fuck you. I was thinking more about like Twitch streams, things of that sort
Oh,
that
okay.
we are coming.
Well, yeah, we
in
got a
the
lot
near
of things
future.
in the show. A lot of show stuff coming.
Involved with the show for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But other
the
than that,
fans,
guys,
with the fans.
remember to tune in next week. We love you. Peace.
Peace.